Welcome to the Braylon Edwards Show with Shep.
Touchdown, Braylon Edwards.
Braylon Edwards, touchdown, Michigan.
Running pattern to Edwards, touchdown, Michigan.
Where we bring you the best in sports, entertainment, and insight. Join us every weekday from 2 to 4 p.m. as we break down the latest games, analyze the biggest plays, and dive into the hottest topics in sports. We'll have exclusive interviews with your favorite athletes and guests, and you'll get a front row seat to all the action. So tune in to the Braylon Edwards Show with Shep.
Got one-on-one going end zone. Edwards in the air. Oh, what a catch by Braylon Edwards. His second touchdown of the game.
On the Woodward Sports Network, where sports comes to life.
Let's have a show.
And we're back. Welcome to the Braylon Edwards Show with Shep. Back in studio, we are, after yesterday having an amazing time out in Washington, Michigan at Art and Jake's on location. Shout out to everybody that took care of it. Shout out to all the service. Shout out to everybody that was in the building, including somebody's father who I had a chance to meet. Shout out to my guy Anson, man, for introducing me to his father also, as well as taking me to Jack Frost Auto Museum. Anson Wells, how you doing, man?
I'm good. Shout out D-Dubs. And shout out Magistrate Davis. You can see I'm wearing a tie today. I had the most amazing experience in court ever. We were all laughing. Every single person that left got their charge reduced, paid less money. I have $200 more in my pocket today. And no points, baby. And the sun's out. I'm having a great Friday.
Just making it happen for the good people, man. Good to see you.
I'm so happy today, bro.
Shout out to Sweet Potato is in the building as well on the audio.
Yes, sir. What's up, y'all? Happy Friday.
Missed you yesterday,
go
buddy.
Go Blue, go Green, go Red Wings. Let's go.
We definitely missed you, Sweet Potato, as well as the man to my right hand, Kool-Aid, Brandon. Then what's the word, man? How you feeling, brother?
Missed you too.
Feeling good. Still feeling good about these guys, too. ISO Duran. Let's go.
ISO Duran.
Hey, I put the stats. Hey, I'm going to send you those stats too, Anthony. I'm sorry. I already kicked off Pistons.
No, it's all good. We'll get into the Pistons as well as March Madness, which is still going on right now. Santa Clara trails Kentucky by 3. They have the basketball. They're driving. Looks like the little spin, little drop, rebound, and the putback foul. So Santa Clara goes to the lounge.
You know who went to Santa Clara?
That would be one Steve Nash.
No, one J-Dub, baby. Jalen Williams. Let's go.
I should have just said that.
Me.
That's the autocomplete answer for him.
But Stevie Nash, too, baby.
Shout out to Steve Nash.
Made a
How you
nice
fellas
run.
doing, man? How's everybody's brackets doing? I feel like that's the best way to start the conversation. How the brackets looking?
I'm doing about as good as you. In fact, we have the same score right now.
So I got 120 points in the
Yes, sir.
ESPN app, man. Not doing too bad, man, in mine. I think I'm 18 out of, I want to say I'm 18 out of 130-1. 9 out of 56-1.
Not bad. What do you mean not bad? That's pretty good.
It's decent for now. It's like legitimately day 2. Like, I will say this though, like those points in terms of points remaining, everybody knows when you make your bracket, you fill it out. They have a max amount of points that you can pick per your picks. Man, mine dropped like 50 points before 4:30.
Yeah, for real.
Before 4:30 on day 1, I said, ooh.
Thank you, Big Ten.
Hey,
Thanks.
like in basketball, I never trust Ohio State. Like, don't trust Ohio State in the tournament. They tend to let you down. I want to say that one of their coaches hadn't even had a win in the tournament. So that's one you should have bet on. And then Wisconsin, who took Michigan a distance just a couple days ago, they struggled. The big guy that was hitting those threes, he was nowhere to be found.
he wasn't.
As High Point upset the Wisconsin Badgers.
Their coach was just talking about how he's been begging teams to play him the last couple of years. I think they knew they were coming in and winning that game.
Yeah, 100%. Kool-Aid, how you feeling, man? We missed you yesterday as well as Sweet Potato, man. What did your yesterday entail?
yeah.
Obviously, the news that came out, Cade Cunningham, collapsed lung, will miss some time. Not necessarily knowing how much is going to be missed, but we covered it a little bit, but want to get your thoughts on that. When you heard the information, Cade out, what did you think?
You okay?
Yeah, the first initial thought was I had to double check. Is this real? Is this for real?
We all did, man.
And then the second thing was, is he going to be okay? Like, I don't know why, like, the first thought wasn't the Pistons season's over, it's about to get wrecked. It was, is this guy going to be okay? Just first, from a personal standpoint, you want to know health-wise he's going to be good. Secondly, you understand how important he is to this team both on and off the court. And so it is. It's one of those things where at first it was probably heartbreaking because you don't quite know what's happening. You don't know how much time he's going to miss. You don't know how this is going to affect his life. And think about it. We just dealt with this with another one of our young guys, similarly as it relates to Asar Thompson missing a lot of games with the blood clot. And so it's weird seeing these things kind of happen with these guys, and Cade Cunningham already in his career. Not as if he is a fragile individual, but you see a couple things that now caused him to miss.
That's what I was going to ask you, bro. I don't want the Chad to go crazy on me, but is Cade Cunningham injury prone, Kool-Aid?
If this was something like he twisted his ankle, like if this was like the Duren stuff of old, I would be more inclined to say that. But the season he missed, it was him being proactive to correct something that had been bothering him since high school.
Since before he got drafted.
Yeah, because he just grew too fast. It was one summer when he grew like 6 inches, Pause on that. But yeah, and so you know what I'm saying? So yeah, it affected the shins, got those fractures. And so if this was a situation where the physicality overwhelmingly was causing him to be injured, I would say then, yeah, injury prone. But we've seen him really battle through a lot of this type of physicality the last few seasons. This one was almost, though, I think as careless, the player, if it was a Washington Wizards game that did it, that collision when he dove for the loose ball, it was just kind of careless play by the Rook, who Dr. Pierce broke it down pretty well. That leg caught Cade right here, and you could see him like,
Yeah.
Like, how often is that going to happen?
Yeah, it looked pretty freak.
Yeah.
My worry about him, which I didn't talk about this yesterday, he can't fly. He can't get on an airplane because of that collapsed lung. Yep. So we've talked about the conditioning, the timeliness of him coming back, trying to get back into the vibe and flow of how well he was playing. Yeah. But from a team standpoint, you got 2, maybe 3 weeks in this crucial run to hold on to the 1 seed where your leader's now with you. Period.
And that's the conversation that we're talking about. Boston Celtics have been on the charge trying to uptake the number 1 seed from the Detroit Pistons. Jaylen Brown's been doing his thing. He's up for MVP and things like that. Can they hold on to the number 1 seed, Kool-Aid? Do you believe that they can make it the number 1 seed? Looking at their schedule, they still have pretty tough tasks to make it, because right now, as it's currently constructed, they're probably going to have to see the Atlanta Hawks, maybe the Charlotte Hornets. If they don't have Cade for one of the first round, how do you think they fare versus those 2 teams?
Yeah, I'm not going to lie. Without Cade Cunningham, you're talking about a tall order. As much as I would like to say what we've liked out of the Pistons without Cade this year, it hasn't been necessarily against the strongest of competition. I mean, you're talking about the guy who is the absolute straw that stirs the drink. But I do have hope when you're talking about a first-round series, when you're talking about a guy who stepped into his all-star year. And we talked about this in the group chat. I've said it before. What type of all-star is Jalen Duren? Is he a Tyler Herro who he can make the team because he had a good season on a team that was doing good? Or is he actually an all-star that can help to lead things, especially when his guy is down? And what we've seen out of Duren now, it's post-all-star, is whether Cade's been there or not, he's like, I got this. It's all right, brother. And so that's what I like and I appreciate. I have some stats here as well, man. Posted these at Detroit Kool-Aid too. And I know Travis might get these up on socials. Jalen Duren this year, career high usage rate, no surprise, 23.5%. That's up from his best of 18.5% a few years ago. What's interesting about this is he has obviously a career high field goal attempts at 11.5, and he's hitting 64% of those. His previous high was 9.2, where he was only hitting 62%. So the more the usage, the more the opportunity, the more efficient he's gotten. We've seen him be more patient, and now he's a reliable offensive threat. They knew Washington can do nothing with him. So when Cade went out, what did they do? They relied on Duren, not through lobs, but hey, we need you to go out there and be dominant. And I think that when you have that type of play from Jalen Duren, it gives you an opportunity in that first round.
I got a question for you, and I'm going to preface it for both of you guys. I'm going to preface it with the standings as they sit. Pistons fortunately won the series with Boston this year 3-1. So they have that tiebreaker. They trail 4 games with 13 to play. All right. If the Pistons go 7-6, not a tall order. All right. Yeah. They do have some tough games. There's about 5 or 6 real tough games in there. If they go 7-6, the Celtics have to go 12-1 to win that number 1 seed. I think that the Pistons can hold on to that lead. Now, my question for you guys, because I'm hearing Chris, I'm hearing Maz, I'm seeing Pistons fans say, I want the 2 seed. Now, to me, that's some SOL thought because they all want the Knicks in the second round. I want the Knicks too. I want home court
You want the
advantage
who?
first and foremost. The Peasants, my bad.
All right.
The fact is like
Chin
you
up.
look at this team. We couldn't win a game on our home floor last year. We have to
true.
change that because this team is going to be.
Thank you.
They're going to be
You
a
need as
regular in the
many
playoffs.
shots as possible
And
at that.
that's it.
Thank
And they
you.
have to figure that out. But
Yeah.
our fans have to figure out that we're playing too, and they have to show up and they have to remind that team what the Palace was like. So my question for all you guys: you taking the simp route and you want the 2 seed, or you want that 1 seed, gentlemen?
Talk to me, bro.
Numero uno.
Attaboy, Cam.
Yeah, you want the 1 seed.
Yeah.
Like the 1 seed is the one you want. Like you've worked all season long for that 1 seed. You've legitimately been kicking ass and you've been taking names. You've been pressing on defense, offensively as well. You had a couple spells here or there, but guess what? It's called 82 games. It's cost the NBA. You talking about legitimately going wire to wire as the number 1 seed in summer court. Like there's something to that. There's some respect to that. There's some kudos to JB. There's some kudos to his staff, and then there's also kudos to those players that say, you know what? Last year this was just the beginning. Us getting to the Knicks and us seeing where we went wrong. Us not being able to close in Game 7. Let's come back and be a better version of ourselves. So getting that number 1 seed lets me know that we put in work in the offseason and we followed it through the whole season.
I hope more than just kudos for JB Bickerstaff this year, right?
I've been screaming his name in praise, man. Legitimately, since I went to that lunch, as I always tell you, I went to the lunch with Jared Jack 2 years ago, and he told me
Shout
what
out
this
Jared
team,
Jack.
100%, like Jay Jack's my guy. He told me what the team was going to be. He told me what they were wanting to do. He told me how JB was getting these guys going. So it's not just kudos. You're right. It deserves much more than that.
Something on his mantle.
But we've been.
Yeah. Cotty.
That's right.
This
city's been robbed.
We've been
of
beating this table
a lot.
for him as
Yeah.
it relates to the last 2
for
years.
2 years, no
Yeah,
doubt.
yeah.
So let me, before we have a Kool-Aid answer that question, as a former player, if you go through an entire season wire to wire, and then you give it up in those last 2 games, to me, emotionally and psychologically, that's a shot, right?
It is if everybody's still together. It is if everybody's still there from start to finish. So you're talking about Cade being there, all your guys being there, having all your weapons in the toolbox. You're talking about Cade Cunningham, who has put himself in the MVP category for the majority of the season. You know, when it started to matter, if you will, January through. So to not have him, I won't be as mad if they don't get the number 1 seed if somehow
Fair.
it falters through that. But that's because you're losing Cade Cunningham.
Sure.
It's not like you lost Jalen Durham.
We can't blame it on Beef Stew being out.
Because as much as you want to still be like, well, you know, it's still, but shout out, ball still going, and it is Santa Clara's ball right now off on Kentucky.
Santa Clara
70,
up 2.
68.
And still retain ball right now, man.
39 seconds.
What about the upseat? What about the upsets as it relates to the NCAA tournament? VCU was upset yesterday. High Point was upset team yesterday. Texas A&M. How many of these upset teams did you guys have? Because Kool-Aid, we didn't get a chance to really talk to you per se. What is your bracket looking like, and did you choose any of these upsets? Another one potentially in the works.
I went the easy route with mine, and picked
Number one,
Michigan to
number
win
one,
this
number
thing,
one.
obviously. But I did have Ohio State to lose. That was one when we were talking about who do we believe could be a Cinderella team. For some reason, when we were on air, I overlooked that matchup, and when I went back later, I was like, you know what? I don't know how much of it would be an upset, but it's Ohio State. It's supposed to be the vaunted Big Ten. I count that as a little bit of an upset, even though it was a 9-8 matchup. So, I do got Michigan going all the way. It'll be interesting to see how Yaks and that ankle holds up and everything. I'm waiting to see what Doc is going to say about that, him playing through the ankle sprains and such. But so far, so good with Michigan, man.
Yeah, so far so good, man. I think that's why the sun came out in a major way today. It's very beautiful outside. It's because Michigan and Michigan State both got big wins yesterday. Shout out to Michigan State. Watching that game yesterday, and
beat the brakes
shout
off
out to Anson as well as Brendan. You guys collabed on an amazing situation. Had us out there at Art and Jake's. I had a great time. Was able to take in the culture, if you will. But we were watching that Michigan State game, and you see Carson Cooper had a heck of a game. We'll get into Morris Johnson and what he was able to do 100% as it relates to field goal percentage yesterday. But watching Cohen Carr, like, ladies and gentlemen, like I've always said, like, Michigan State has always had the high flyers, the athletes as it relates to the two. Like, I love my school. I love what it was. But Michigan, we haven't necessarily had the high flyers. We had Brent Petway. I mean, we can name him and maybe a couple other ones.
You put me on him yesterday.
Michigan State keeps a high flyer. And when you watch Cohen Carr, maybe it's just me, but I think he could be the best athlete in the country, not just basketball. Like 51 and a half inch vert. Like the things that he does at the rim, the one where he caught the pass, got up on it. It's like poetry in motion, man. He's a hell of an athlete.
Zero argument from the Spartan.
100%. Carson Cooper put on.
I
thought it was
so fun to watch, man.
I thought it was like maybe Cooper Flag's older brother or something when I was watching it.
Oh my
It
God.
does.
He's got like an
It
older
does a
brother
little there, doesn't he?
And it's Cooper in his name.
It does.
Actually
You
kinda
know,
crazy.
one of the things that Spenny pointed out during the game was, I can't remember the last time Spartans had a tournament game where you could relax in the second half. It's all been close for way too many years.
BTA.
Getting out and blowing them out was nice.
Yeah, like a BTA situation. And they played well yesterday, man. Defensively, Jeremy Fears. And shout out to Jeremy Fears. And actually, when you 9 seconds, here we go. Let's see if we're going to have some magic.
Yeah.
Let's get some magic. 5 seconds. 3 ball.
77.
Clear, baby. 2.4. Launches it. He made it. They're going to overtime. 28'3" from Kentucky to tie it. 73-73. The 10-7 matchup is headed for an extra frame, gentlemen. Awesome.
March Madness.
Wow.
March Madness is officially
Wow.
Their faces.
here. Yeah, look at the Santa Clara
Oh,
fans. They're
Santa Clara
absolutely
fans.
They knew they
stunned.
had dog.
Off
They
the
were-
window,
They knew
too,
they had
baby.
it.
Hey, bank was open.
Yes, it was.
The bank was absolutely open. I forgot where I was going with the comment before that. Let's see.
I
Did
just
he
see
get it
Wiles in the
off?
chat. That's
Oh, yeah, that's way
That's
off.
well
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, and he,
Bank it.
Woo! Nothing like March Madness. Nothing like March Madness. What was the conversation we were having before the shot? Jesus Christ.
What were we talking about? We were talking about upsets.
Man, we got the Michigan
almost
State a
watched
little
one.
bit.
Yeah, the upsets that I chose weren't anything big. I picked TCU. I
Magnet
picked
balls.
Texas. I really like Texas' chances of getting a chance to play Purdue in the Elite Eight. I also think that they could end up being past them to get to the Elite Eight. Most of my stuff was just like picking St. Louis. I do have
hell of
Santa
a shot.
Clara going, so I'm pulling for that. And then Texas A&M. VCU, I did have VCU.
Did have VCU. That was a hell of a shot, man.
Shockers.
Yeah.
They shock
Throw it
you.
up there. Yeah, you can throw it up. You can throw the bracket up there if you will. This is my ESPN bracket as it relates to ESPN. If you see, I have Santa Clara as well, so I'm not necessarily happy that Kentucky made that shot, but I'm doing all right in the ESPN tournament. BYU, they stunk it up. But outside of that, I took a couple shots, took a couple chances. I think I picked Akron. I don't know how that one's going to play out for me, but this is ESPN. And the CBSC bracket, the CBS, I chose Michigan.
There's some I was hoping, man, because there's some Ann Arborites not happy seeing that right there.
I could care less about them. Like, I do things for me, not them. Arizona, I picked them.
Disclaimer.
In the ESPN bracket.
I need that on a shirt.
CBS bracket, I did pick Michigan. Look, man, I'm going to hedge my bet. I got 5 brackets. 3 of them, I got the boys in blue, and 2 of them, I got AZ. Looking good, man. But that was this is why you watch March Madness, man. We talked about moments yesterday, Kool-Aid, and, want to get you in on this. What are some of the moments you think about? Obviously, with Kentucky, they just hit a shot. They're going to overtime. Buzzer beaters are the thing for, buzzer beaters and upsets as it relates to March Madness. What are some of the moments?
Definitely.
What are some of the players you think about?
Some of the players, I think about, obviously, Jordan Poole's shot. I think about, though, I don't know why my mind always goes back to this, but it's always Trey Burke and Peyton Siegel.
Yeah,
And then the fact that the Pistons doubled down and then drafted.
to see.
Oh, I was so
It
happy
was-
when they didn't.
That was really that was
KCP
really
was
tough,
the better
man.
player, bro.
That was tough.
He was the better player, though. I mean, hey, were you happy with Mateen Cleaves? How'd that work out?
Ooh.
Come
That's
on
your,
now.
That's your guy.
Trey Burke was a better NBA player than
Now, I want everybody at home to know Joe Dumars was in position but did not get to make that pick.
Okay.
Rodney White was his mistake.
It was one of them.
Well, dude, you know what? That's all for another day, but I will get into that. Like, you look at Carlos Delfino, there ain't nobody picked after him. Spencer Dinwiddie, Middleton.
But hear me out though. Like I don't. When I say it was a bad pick, like I'm not faulting his thought process. I'm not faulting what went into the pick. I'm not faulting that. Oh, you know what? This is where the league is going. This is where the evolution is going. Let's get ahead of the curve. But I'm not faulting that at all. Like I actually appreciate that you can take those into consideration and be different.
Sure.
I'm just saying that it didn't work.
Do you know who went the pick before Rodney White?
Who?
One crazy Paul Pierce.
Like
Ain't that the truth?
He does not get the credit that he deserves for the career he had. And it's because, and I get it. Like, I didn't like him when he played. He was unathletic. He was annoying. Like, I didn't like his game per se. You know, and then after, obviously,
his podcast game is equally trash, bro.
He's funny as a podcaster because of KG. Like, KG can. Like, him by himself, I want nothing to do with it. But KG can pull that out of him.
The KG cuffs, bro.
Like, legitimately, Paul Pierce, how many points do you think he has all-time career, NBA?
Listen, he's like Bird. I hated him when he played. I respect him when he's gone.
I help you out. He's got more than Bird by 3,000.
Oh.
Yeah, but he had a good back.
He has 24.
He had a good back.
24,000 career points.
Larry got screwed, though, man. If his back stays together.
That's fair.
Sad.
Another
Actually, the Pistons might not have won as much.
This is true.
I was gonna say another moment I know Anson would love for March Madness, you know, but Trey Burke's shot, man.
That's the Michigan moment for me. I think.
Didn't you say that already, Kool-Aid?
No.
Well, I said it yesterday.
No, I said Jordan Poole, his shot,
and then
I said the Burke and Siva. But you can't go wrong when you talking about. I'm just looking at it again. Trey Burke versus Kansas, man.
You know what my number 2 was?
Which one?
Ramil Robinson.
Ooh, yeah, we talked about it
89.
yesterday. 100%. Shout out to that team.
Now,
that team does not get a lot of love.
I gave you a hard time for not picking Michigan there. In my best bracket, I had State losing to North Dakota State.
Oh, wait a minute.
I was really worried about that game. I'm not going to lie, man.
Okay.
Now, I have 2 with UConn who I really believe in this year. Obviously, I had State going to, I believe, the Elite 8 in that one. But no, I had them on the early out in this one.
I almost need you to take that back. There's some butterfly effect going on right now halfway across the world.
Oh, what just happened?
It's like I
What just
wasn't
happened?
expecting that.
News.
Take that back. He picked Michigan State to lose in the first round.
Yeah,
And
that's what I said.
and
Not
I
the
chose
first.
Arizona over.
Goodness.
I
Michigan.
figured if it happened, I come in and work the next day, everybody's riding me. I'll be like, yeah, but look, I knew. I picked it.
A little insurance for March Madness.
big
you know
insurance,
what?
Kool-Aid.
We do
With nothing but
crazy
insurance
things like
talk.
that. I get it.
I won't show
understand
you
it.
my other 4. I'd show you that one.
Let's do this as we try to see what happens with this play. Let's take a quick commercial break. But before we do that, there was an individual that passed today.
Oh, man.
That passed today, and we'll get into that when we come back. He definitely is a legend. But let me tell you about Ben Johnson. Check this out. The government, even insurance companies, are trying to withhold compensation from you. Don't let them do that. When they try to do that, you make Ben Johnson the first call you make. He is the fighter, and he's been doing this for a very long time at a very high rate. Let Ben Johnson Law fight for you. Let them advocate on your behalf. VENfights.com. Whether it's a settlement or a verdict, you know what comes next. They want all the smoke. Let the fighter fight for you.
Hey, if you guys tuned in yesterday, you got a chance to see the entire Woodward crew out at Art and Jake's in Washington Township. We have partnered with these guys, and I got to say it's one of the best partnerships we've had here at Woodward Sports because this place is the place to watch games. It is your tournament headquarters, 80-plus TVs, an amazing menu, which, well, I think we got everything on the menu yesterday, including those crushing desserts. And, hey, they got the $5 beer 3 days a week as well. So grab your crew, get to Art and Jake's in Sterling Heights, be a part of the madness. Washington Township, Northville, they're all over the place. Santa Clara, up by 2. We're going to the break, baby. Let's go.
Fitness now has even more best-in-class strength equipment. Join today for $1 down and save.
We're stepping it up.
We're not slowing down.
Finding new face, new focus.
I love that new equipment smell.
That's the time on the commercial.
Join the club today. Save when you join for
So you
just
see this
$1
as a
down,
time.
$15 a
Dr.
month.
Pierce.
Planet Fitness. We're all strong on this planet.
So brother can take some time. We come back with Planet Fitness and Sun Cruiser.
No one gives away more cash and prizes than Woodward Sports. You don't believe us? Here's our latest $10,000 winner.
You know, you guys posted, hey, if you guess all the stuff right, you know, we'll give you
Anton,
$10,000.
do you mind doubling up when we come back? Sun Cruiser and opening day?
How about our Outkick Your
All right,
Coverage winner?
thank you. So it'll be Planet Fitness and then back-to-back Anton. An Anton sandwich.
Bigger prizes.
You want an Anton sandwich with Bray in the middle?
Tickets and more.
Or do we go Bray and then Anton?
Work in Detroit. No one does it bigger and better than Woodward Sports. Make sure you're following, liking, subscribing.
All right. Yeah. I'll tee it up with him, and then I'll let you just go straight through. So you do what?
From Detroit's #1 sports Sports Network.
We'll do Planet Fitness, then we'll do opening day, then Sun Cruiser. Got you.
Big injuries, big
Thank you.
news. Twice a week, Dr. Jeff Pierce from Michigan Sports and Spine joins Woodward Sports Network for the Injury Insider Report. Big D Energy Tuesdays at noon. Braylon Edwards and Share Thursdays at 3:30. Get expert analysis and in-depth breakdowns on the latest sports injuries from the man trusted by top athletes in the community, like D-Mac. Whether it's the Lions, Pistons, Tigers, or Red Wings,
I don't know
Dr.
why I know
Pierce
this
talks us
stuff
through
by
it
heart
all.
now.
Don't miss the Injury Insider Report with Dr. Jeff Pierce, your
But that
go-to
happens.
source for understanding the
You
impact
just start
of
knowing
injuries
things
on
by
the
heart.
games and players we love. Only
You
on
become
the
muscle
Woodward
memory
Sports
almost.
Network. Scan the QR code on the screen or go to MichiganSportsandSpine.com to see if Dr. Jeff Pierce can help you.
Oh, hot mics. Hot mics, hot mics, hot mics, hot mics.
You know how some things are so good they should be world famous, but they're not? Our house-made vinaigrette is one of those things. And the antipasta salad, we drizzle it over. Same with our hand-battered chicken tenders. Original recipe soups and pasta sauces. It's almost as if our original, world-famous Detroit-style pizza is mocking them. And that's not very nice.
I hate to tell you, energy drinks, but you're about to be crushed. Thrive nootropic energy pouches are here to change the game by delivering steady, focused performance in a clean white pouch for a fraction of the cost. And unlike other brands, Thrive comes from an American company that's been leading the way for over 30 years. So stop drinking gut-rot energy drinks and why don't you thrive for a change? It's just better.
Like a frostbite straight from the divine. Cold rush on my skin feels so fine. Muscle freeze, the ache. No side effects, no mistake. Chill Sub-Zero. Icy and true. Feel the chill. It's all for you. It's not magic, just science play. Chill Sub-Zero.
Find your sun with Sun Cruiser Vodka Iced Tea. Made with real iced tea and real vodka. Cold, refreshing, and made for moments like these all year long. Let the good times cruise with Sun Cruiser.
Planet Fitness, where your fitness is essential. With over 50 metropolitan Detroit locations, it's the gym for you. We're all strong on this planet, and that planet is Planet Fitness. No judgment here, because it's home of the judgment-free zone, as well as we keep trainers on staff, and we keep the locker rooms and the equipment clean. So Planet Fitness has got to be the gym for you. We focus on making the things that you need available for you. Planet Fitness, where your fitness is essential.
2 weeks from today, April 3rd is opening day. We will be downtown for the Grand Slam Opening Day Festival. Guys, I've been involved with this team and this party for nearly 2 decades. It is the best party of the year, guys. You want to be down there. Join all of us. Again, April 3rd at Grand Slam Opening Day Festival. Both BDE and the show before it, Mr. Sean Baligian and Maz, they'll be down there, and then later on we'll be heading out to do a watch party. But it's going to be massive heated tents, full bars, food trucks, live DJs. It is truly an amazing experience. And starting next week, we'll be giving out tickets each and every show for the next 2 weeks. And you know what we're going to be drinking while we're down there? I bet you can guess. You'll see it in all of our hands. Sun Cruiser. It's real vodka, real iced tea, no bubbles, just that clean, crisp sip. It's never going to fill you up on game day. Only 100 calories, too, 4.5% alcohol. It's perfect for the tourney, for baseball, for everything. This season, the Good Times Cruise with Sun Cruiser and us here at Woodward Sports. But please, drink responsibly. Blink responsibly, too.
Blink responsibly. Santa Clara just nails a three-pointer. Now they are currently down 3. There's been a timeout. Kentucky up 3 with the ball. 18 seconds, so the shot clock is off. We'll see how this one plays out. I mentioned before we went to the break, as we welcome you back, rest in peace to Chuck Norris, man. I thought the Chuck Norris, the OG white black belt, I thought he was immortal, man. I thought he was going to last forever.
For real.
Some of the Chuck Norris stuff that's been online for the last 20 years, man, has
Brilliant
been
stuff.
solid gold. It's been amazing. I've actually looked at his Wikipedia from time to time, and you just see like the adjectives that describe him, or the conversations have been amazing. So rest in peace to Chuck Norris. He died today at 86. Made me think about some of my favorite martial artists, if you will, over the course of history. So as we're talking March Madness, we'll take a quick one, man. This is just, and this list would be even more extensive if I got into the Run Shaw brothers and films that they did coming out of Hong Kong back in the day. But I'll spare you from all the nerding out over martial arts movies, though. So here we go. Top martial artists, my lifetime, my opinion, just based off movies, TV, as well as the skill itself. Going Bruce Lee, Jackie Chan second. I'm going asterisk on Chuck Norris at 3. The reason why I'm going asterisk, half the people that talk about the battle that was Bruce Lee and Chuck Norris that happened on not Enter the Dragon, but Return of the Dragon, the movie that was shot in Paris. A lot of people in the professional industry say Chuck Norris won that fight, fair and square. A lot of people say Bruce Lee won that fight, fair and square. So we'll leave Bruce at 1 with an asterisk because if Chuck won, I will move him to 1.
You got Amon up there. I'm
100%.
impressed.
Donnie Yen. I love Donnie Yen.
Oh,
Donnie
yeah.
Yen, he came out in the late 80s, early 90s, but Ip Man was
yeah.
a movie that put him on. You watched him
Love
beat up
that.
those Japanese soldiers. I think he took on 20 of them, and he was successful. But Donnie Yen, Jet Li 5, a lot of people may not like that. It is what it is. Once again, it's my list. I think Jet Li had the beneficiary coming out in that CGI era. So a lot of stuff with Jet Li looked a lot fast. But Michael Jai White, Jean-Claude Van Damme. They got the Street Fighter picture. I appreciate you, Brendan.
Sonic Boom!
Tony Jaa, if you will, a.k.a. Ong Bak.
Okay.
When that came
I need
out,
to pause you here.
When that came out in 2000, go ahead.
That is the best martial artist and baddest man on the entire list.
Okay.
And that, almost 30 years of nunchaku, I've been a big nerd into martial arts my entire life. There's a lot of people. He does all of his stunts.
Muay Thai slash elbows, knees,
and
skull,
the stuff that
knees.
Jackie Chan did, this guy makes it look, aside from sliding down that building, he makes the stuff that Jackie Chan look like child's play.
Right.
Tony Jaa, bad man.
I agree, and that's why my list isn't predicated on who had the best stunts.
Yeah.
Mine is who will win in the fight, as Santa Clara probably going home, dunked by the Wildcats 89-82.
They're
Tony
up 7
Jaa,
suddenly.
Ong Bak, just amazing. He came out, elbows, knees, forearms, the whole nine.
Diving through the glass tunnel.
One Muay Thai. It's
Wow.
the Muay Thai fight, Art of Thailand. Iko Uwas, if you don't know him, that's okay. He started for The Raid. Saw The Raid in 2012. It was an amazing film. If you haven't seen it, do yourself a favor. Watch it. And watch Raid 2 if you're at it. And then Gordon Liu from an old school karate martial arts hit, 36 Chambers of Shaolin and other ones. Gordon Liu also was in, you guessed it, he was in the first Kill Bill. That's him who she's fighting at the restaurant, the bald-headed dude with the mask. And that was also an ode to Bruce Lee's character, the Green Hornet. Honorable mention, Michelle Yeoh, Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, Cynthia Rothrock, fast-paced, upscale martial arts back in the day. And then, I had to throw the brother on there, Wesley Snipes, Art of African Kung Fu, if you will. So just some that cracked my list. But once again, rest in peace to Chuck Norris, man. Walker, Texas Ranger.
Jimmy Wang Yu.
Yeah.
Got to take him. I got to say, what is your favorite old school Kung Fu flick? Pre-Bruce Lee.
It's too many. Like, if you look at the Shaw brothers and the production that they did out of Hong Kong, man, they produced over 1,000 movies. And I want to say I've seen 75% of them. So it'd be tough. But Yuen Bao was one of the legends from back in that time. T. Ling was one of the legends from back in that time. Off the top, there's a couple other ones I can't think, but off the top, those are the first two that I think of, with Gordon Liu as well.
I need everyone at home to go and find Master of the Flying Guillotine.
Yeah, that's a really good movie.
Bro,
it's like 78, 79.
If you realize, you watch that movie, half of the characters in Street Fighter and Mortal Kombat were inspired by that movie.
Yeah, I agree.
It's unbelievable.
I gotta go
Difficult find. Once you find it, make sure you watch it.
So speaking of Street Fighter, you can go back to the Street Fighter. That was an amazing kung fu film back in the day. It's one of my dad's favorites. And also the girl that played in that, she's Bruce Lee's sister in Enter the Dragon. Remember when she kills herself to get away from O'Hara, who was the guy that Bruce Lee notoriously jumps on his stomach and cracks his back.
One omission.
Breaks his neck.
One omission that's bothering me.
And I had some pretty funny ones and some memorable ones as well. When you talk about martial arts, I'll start with the serious one as well. He did play in Power Rangers, but it's Tommy Oliver, the Green Ranger, the White Ranger, and he still did like martial arts, displays and all that stuff throughout. But some funny ones: Chris Tucker trying to do some martial arts in Rush Hour, Keanu Reeves and Lawrence Fishburne in The Matrix, and Rick James, man, Chappelle's skit. That flying kick, come on. I've only seen that better from Luke Kane. Shout out.
He threw out Lawrence Fishburne. He threw a Neo and Morpheus in The Matrix.
Hey.
The infamous karate scene.
Yeah.
Man, get that out of here.
All right, my two omissions.
This is a great list, man. And I like the love, honestly, for that middle row there. I like the love for Michael Jai White and Claude Van Damme.
Because the good thing about this, too, you watch this list, man, it's like any other list that I would do. Like, whether we're sitting there and we're talking about basketball, football, whatever, like, lists evolve. And I hate people that keep their list stuck in the areas that they fell in love with a list. Like, if I came up here and did a list and show only, the things I watched in the 80s and 90s because it was near and dear to my heart, like, that's not authentic. Authenticity is watching what grows as well, man. I remember watching The Raid. Like, I went to see The Raid on a random Tuesday, living in Miami. I went worked out at the U, went back to the crib. It's like 11:45, 12 o'clock. I'm like, man, I'll go see a movie. Looked at the movies. I'm like, oh, The Raid? What's this? Okay, little kung fu flick. Boom, pull up YouTube, saw the trailer. I said, so, went to see it. Man, I walked out of the theater like, I don't know who Iko is, but he's gained a fan. Yeah. Like, and now he's on the list. I didn't see him to 2012, but lists evolve.
They got it. They got to. So my two omissions that I feel would have been on mine, Ray Park, Darth Maul.
100%.
And in all kinds of other movies, he's the guy training people to make it look realistic. Scottish guy. Brandon Lee, bro.
He didn't get long enough. Like, realistic.
I know, but he was a badass, and he was Bruce Lee's son. He's at least an honorable mention for me.
But it goes more into, like, who do you like versus who do you think can win? Because if you're talking about Brandon Lee's not beating anybody on this list.
I don't know, man. Brandon Lee was considered a pretty bad man.
He didn't get time.
We didn't really get a chance to. We got robbed.
Yeah, true. I think Brandon Lee was more on the entertainment side of things.
He was a good-looking man.
Because
they liked him.
Everybody's like, oh, it's Bruce Lee's father. Meanwhile, he's spending a lot of time with Linda Lee in California, while Bruce Lee is in Hong Kong. So he didn't necessarily grow up with his pops like that. So that's why you got to take that into consideration.
Don't be slandering Brandon Lee,
I'm
Braylon.
not. I'm shooting you straight from the hip. I know about the Crow.
When he passed after the Crow, I was heartbroken, man. I was absolutely heartbroken. I thought we were going to get decades of him.
Yeah, the only thing that really sucked about that is the fact, well, he died. But the other side of that is the Game of Death. When you watch the Game of Death, it was horribly done, but they were trying to capitalize on the 8 minutes of footage that they had recorded. Correct. And they created some bootleg Bruce Lee and had a couple scenes. But how that character gets shot in Game of Death is how Brandon Lee dies in real life. So that was super surreal, where it was a
fake blank.
And fake blank. That was it. Well, it kind of was a blank that had a little bit of gunpowder residue, and all it takes is a little. Yes. Now, you don't need a full charge.
Linda Lee, in her autobiography, says that he died from a hash overdose. Bruce Lee was big into eating hash, which is an old school method of doing hash, if you will. Yeah. A lot of people say you can't die from it, but you ingest enough hash, high potency cannabis, you could mess yourself up. That's in her book, which is very strange to me. But the
strange part, the
synchronicity of both the father and son dying on a movie set, that legend just will never go away.
Yeah. Bruce actually didn't die on a movie set. The thing where Bruce died at the apartment of an actress that was going to be in one of his movies. She was a big Hong Kong actress. She had done some karate movies as well, and he was over there. I don't know what he was doing.
And they say he OD'd. His wife said he OD'd on hash.
100%. But the problem is they actually called they didn't call the police right away. Like what she did, she didn't call the police when
Chinese
he
healer
was unresponsive. She called the agent that did all the karate movies, who was Bruce Lee's agent as well. So they had to wait for him to come over. And once he comes over, then they come up with a plan. I know I'm weirding you guys out.
Sounds like Michael Jackson's situation.
Yeah, 100%. Kool-Aid, there was a signing for the Detroit Lions yesterday. Greg Dortch punt return specialist, as well as 3-4 type wide receiver situation. He probably is the heir apparent for Khalif Raymond. Did you get a chance to see that? What did you think about it?
Hey, you know what? I was excited about it, and even more so about the unity that it brought to Lions fans. Not that this was going to be a crazy big signing, but we've seen these types of players that play these roles have big impacts for the Detroit Lions. So I'm okay, and I'm ready to see Isaac Tesla step into that next role, but to have not just insurance, but somebody who is going to be able to be versatile as a maybe wide receiver 4, as a punt and kick returner, and to be able to help to bring that much more experience and depth. I like that, because when you kind of looked at the moves they made and you put it in the perspective of this was last year or 2 years ago, this is a home run off season. And then they went and added Dortch, who I know you were like, you know what, this is actually a decent pick. Our group chat, which hasn't necessarily been harmonious with this offseason.
There's been no life in the group chat as it relates to the Lions.
Because it's the only guy they had heard of.
Yeah.
Thank God for fantasy football, because Greg Dortch is the only guy that common fans have ever heard of. All the guys we signed, you had to look them up.
And you know exactly how he can be utilized, especially knowing Jared Goff. And you get him into that seam, you get him just a little bit of daylight, that guy can put on a little bit of speed. And so they're going to try and overplay an Amon-Ra St. Brown. You're going to have a speedster as well as a couple players in Isaac Tesla and Jamison Williams, depending on what combinations you have of players that can also take you a little bit longer and further down the field as well. So I like this. I think keeping that offense as good as possible to control as much time as possible and as much field position. Now you're talking about when you get into those second and longs, can you give yourself an opportunity to have a whole lot more third and shorts than you did last year? And now you got Taz back there, Isaiah Pacheco, with Drew Petzing, who you believe you can scheme up a little bit. And I can't forget about Cade Mays. I like this all the way around. I think it goes to completing this offense that much more. I do.
Yeah, the depth pieces that they're making some depth pieces, and regardless of if you're excited or not, we will have depth this particular season. That's something that has hindered the Detroit Lions for the past 4 seasons, not having that depth when players get injured, or even when players are healthy, not having that depth to spell guys, to create different offenses and different things. So I think that's what you get. Rondale Moore, rest in peace. When he moved on from the Arizona Cardinals, Greg Dortch is a guy that they brought in to do some of those similar type of things. He's a 4-3 guy, high 4-3, but still 4-3 guy, quickness, shifty, twitch, all those things, if you will, Kool-Aid. So they'll find a way to use him, and then he also has familiarity with Drew Petzing. So when he comes in with that familiarity, he'll be able to do some things that they've already been doing in Arizona and bring to the Detroit Lions.
The lingo.
Yeah, 100%. Just like when Ben Johnson's going to get Khalif Raymond to bring him to the Lions, so they can do to bring him to the Bears, so they can do some of the things that they did here at Ford Field. So yeah, it's a very similar move.
The only thing I'm adding to everything you just said is professional depth, not
professional
young depth.
Keep
they've been using those 4th, 5th, 6th rounders as their depth in their 1st, 2nd, and 3rd years. These guys are pros. They might not be awe-inspiring, but they're pros. They're vets. They get it.
Yeah, 1,000%. I want to ask a question, and the question, it eludes me right now.
I wanted to ask you a question. Well,
go ahead. I'll think about it.
Yeah, because we've been doing these breakdowns, and I'm looking at this Lions offense, and whether or not people believe that they made the necessary splashes on that side of the ball, I do believe they have put themselves on the right side of this thing again. And that's where I'm looking at. The time of possession, and I'm talking about in the critical areas, and as well as their conversion rate in third down and longs. I know it's a long time between now and the season, but where are you feeling at that when you talk about a heat check as relates to this Lions offense, once again being able to go out there and really take up for a lot of what the defense might not have right now?
Yeah, the Lions they're slowly working their way back on offense to an offensive situation that you completely and totally trust. Now, it's going to be on the right tackle situation as well as left guard. And what are they going to do, left guard and right tackle? What does that draft pick look like? What does that potential left guard move look like? I understand Mahogany is the guy right now, but I don't think he's the guy long term. So how they revamp that offensive line will be the final, conversation for me to have. Right now, you look at it. They got Isaiah Pacheco, a guy that wants to play Taz, a guy that goes north and south. He's going to hit it with 100 miles per hour, and he's only going to get about 100, 105 carries or so. I like that move. I like what Jameer is going to be. I like J-Mo in another year. We saw what he was able to do once Amon-Ra, not went out, but got injured a little bit in that Eagles game and had to go on a different guy. He took a step, if you will. Sam Laporta will figure out with Doc, who we'll have in studio today. We'll talk to him and see what's going on with that situation. But that's when you add Tyler Conklin. Now you see the things that Tyler Conkin can do, you know what I'm saying, in the seam like I talked about. And
That's
just
right,
that
man.
energy. Like, he's got that energy. He's got that vibe. He knows how to be a gamer, a baller, get people going, get things juiced up, make big plays. He has great hands.
He's
So
our best blocking tight end?
Conklin, still Laporta.
Really?
I would say Laporta. Like, Conklin is good on a play or two, but you're talking about through the duration of a game. Like, Sam Laporta is a big dude. Like, that was one of the things he did well coming out of Iowa. He was a better blocker than my God, what was he's a better blocker than Brock. He's a better blocker than
Kincaid.
Yes, Kincaid, as well as Notre Dame's tight end that also went to the Raiders.
Mayer.
Yes, Michael Mayer, 100%.
The backup in.
He was a better
Braylon.
blocker. Isn't that crazy that how he was ahead of Sam Laporta?
Well, and they loved him, and then they got new management, right? And that's why they drafted Brock, right?
Yeah, well, they drafted Brock because Brock was like that. Like, Brock was,
You got me on him
well,
early,
Brock would have
man.
been the best player in the draft before that and his.
No
So,
doubt. You know, the big thing that, hey, we know that the defense has been the redheaded stepchild of our manager since he's gotten here. He just doesn't put the assets in. But they were protected by the Lions' offensive line and ground and pound game. We didn't have that last year, especially in the second half. And now you're asking that defense that's already dwindling through injuries and not a lot of great talent, you know, to once you lose both of your safeties to the point where they can't get off the field and the Lions can't continue and sustain drives. When we were scoring, it was through the air. You know, we were making big plays. It was through the air in that season. So if that Lions offensive line could just get solidified, it doesn't have to be mauling like 3 years ago, but if it can get solidified and we can just add another 5 minutes of possession to the game, it's going to do wonders for this defense.
Yeah, because it pained me like to know, like, in the past, to close out quarters, the Detroit Lions used to be able to ice things away. Like, we won our first playoff game that way, against Matthew Stafford and the Rams, where we had the ball, we weren't giving it back, and they iced it with a pass from Jared Goff to Amon-Ra St. Brown. Like, that to me is what I want the Detroit Lions to get back to, and I do believe this off season gets us a little closer. Am I still like, we need a bookend? Yeah. Am I still like, what the heck is going on with the secondary? 100%. But if that offense can go back to being what it used to be as it relates to controlling things and being the bullies, we at least knew that. Then when we roll up to the park, we knew the offense was big bro. Last year, even though they did have some stats, and I appreciate that they didn't take major steps backwards, there were certain things that they used to be able to control that helped to dictate wins for them that were just missing last year. And so that's where I'm hoping, when you're talking about that trench work, like you're saying, that they got things together. But even more so from a schematic standpoint, I like John Morton, the guy who poured the foundation. So, okay, cool. We're going to get some stats. But I'm hoping that Petzing is a person who can now scheme up enough for this team, along with Hank Fraley, to be able to get these running backs going, primarily Jahmyr Gibbs, running back one. But get back to that play action. Get your speed against those linebackers. You've had great success with that as a Detroit Lions organization over the last 2 to 3 years, and continue to honestly push the issue as it relates to those third and fourth downs. I don't want Dan Campbell, honestly, to shy away from that stuff, and I think that you have better personnel today to be able to support that now.
Side note, you said pains me a second ago. You know what pains me is now watching Bam Adebayo talk about his 83-point game, talking about other individuals. Like, this is the same performance that we looked at last week and or 2 weeks ago, and we're like, look, you had 83, but like, come on, let's not be like that. We thought that he was just gonna like fade into the abyss. Like, I got 83, but let me just chill, relax, because I understand that it was 43 free throws. It was maybe not like that. Somebody got off last night, and it was Luka Doncic to the tune of 60 points. And Bam Adebayo had something to say about that 60-point performance by Luka Doncic. Check it out, and we'll talk about it in a second.
Nah, he has some tough shots out there. Like, it is what it is. I know what it's like to be in that mode. As people can see, it's not easy to get 80. But he made some tough shots. And you tip your hat off and you keep it pushing.
What do you mean that mode? What mode?
At the free throw line, he meant.
Like, what mode are we talking about?
He was on fire from the free throw line.
He had 31 in the first half. I mean, in the first quarter. Like, you were in a mode, but like,
Luka's on something serious right
Do you see what Luka is doing right now?
43 points per game over his last 5.
That is ignorant.
Do you see what this man is doing?
ignorant
35,
behavior.
31, 50,
Stop acting
31.
up like that, Luka.
Back past 5.
Yeah, you gotta go here and then you go all the way to the top. Like Bam Adebayo, like they gave you 83 points. They gave you 83 points. Don't come up here talking about something. Yeah, now y'all see 80 is hard to get. Yeah, we know it was hard to get because we watched Kobe do it. We watched the Mamba do it. We know it's tough to get. We saw what the Mamba's field goal percentage was. 28 of 46 or 43. 7 of 16 three-pointers. And then he was 19 of 20 on free throws. Yeah, it's tough to get 80. The right way. Come on. Like things like this just like we let you have 83. We gave you credit for the first quarter. Shows you love. And now here you are talking about, yeah, as you can see, it's tough to get 80. He didn't get 80. Why are we bringing up the 80 points that you got? This error, I tell you. Like, what are we talking about?
And one of those games is against Minnesota, 2 of them against Houston. Denver doesn't really like to defend a whole lot. Chicago's trash. Miami's solid.
Is this the sneak / biggest challenge for SGA in terms of winning MVP this season? Has it now become?
Oh,
look
God,
at but
I hate when you make sense.
I'm just asking because
I hate when you make sense when it comes to Luka. I hate Luka. I mean, the guy's the El Matador. That's his nickname. He doesn't defend, but when you put up stats in an offensive era where people absolutely love that stuff. Our guy Cade's not going to hit 65 games. I don't know if Wemby's going to. I don't know if Joker's going to. Might be a one-man race at this point if he's the only guy hitting 65.
I still give some love to Jaylen Brown, too.
Yeah, sure, but he ain't going to get it over him.
They're not going to, but being the two-way guy, I do want to give him just a little bit of love. It would be awesome if the NBA saw it. I think the way that we saw things, right now I would give Luka a little bit of the edge because those numbers, like I said, those are ignorant. That's the type of nasty behavior that would get me popped while my mom is trying to shop in Target. So it's like he's definitely a little bit ahead of him right now. But what Jaylen Brown has been able to do this season, when a lot of people thought they were going to take that step back, a lot of people thought he wasn't that guy, but he proved he was. Similar to what I'm hoping Duran can prove too, that he's that guy, not one of those one-offs that can have just pretty numbers every now and then. Bam is a good player, but what type of player is he? Because when you remove a Jimmy Butler from your situation and Tyler Herro becomes a little bit more like this rather than the all-star that we saw a season ago, then what is your team? Are you guys at all in line for a contending for finals this year? Meanwhile, you see Luka with a team that has kind of gone through some dysfunction, and you're still kind of dealing with what to do with LeBron as everybody's trying to figure out their roles. And as they're figuring things out, I do believe that Luka has played his role appropriately, and they have not allowed their emotions to overtake things. And so right now, I think that out of this last stretch with him, as I send it back to you guys, you're kind of seeing him solidify himself as not just a threat to SGA, but you look at what he's doing overall. I kind of like what Luka's doing right now. I really do.
Yeah, 100%. You know,
that's crazy.
You talk about the defense that he does not play. Well, you know, James Harden, he had his 4-year run where he changed the game as it relates to the hezzy step back,
pushing the rules.
100%. He pushed the rules. He also did some amazing.
He figured out every loophole, man.
He did.
And he took advantage of it. And he did it in great style. For the Jaylen Brown, assuming that these big three, Cade, Wemby, Joker, are out of the conversation, you're looking at SGA. That team. They're barely holding on to that 3-game lead right now. Obviously, they've had injuries up and down that roster. When you look at the Celtics and what they've done without Jason Tatum, they have a better record than the Lakers right now. You can't tell me without Jason Tatum that there's any player on that roster that measures up with AR, Austin Reeves, or LeBron.
Yeah.
Okay? 2 games better.
As a number 3.
You're exactly. Boston is in the East, 2 games better. Obviously, it's the East. Not quite of a daunting schedule, but man, one guy plays defense, one guy's taking over the lead of his team. Like this guy, Luka's still not even the captain of his own team.
Is it crazy for me to say I kind of wish this was a 2? I mean, obviously I wish Cade was involved in this, but obviously he's not going to be there. But at this stage, I have a lot of love for Luka and for Jaylen Brown. I'm just being for real.
Jaylen Brown would get my vote if I had one.
Yeah.
And I'm a little biased, but I think that defense is so important
I feel dirty
when you're
saying
choosing this. You know, like it's not. This isn't offensive player of the year. They should have that, and he might get it every year.
I would welcome that.
Yeah.
I like what the NFL is doing. I think it allows you to kind of honor a lot more people. Appropriately.
Non-quarterbacks, you mean?
MVP, because it seems like it shifts. Sometimes it feels like the MVP is about who had the best offense, and then all of a sudden, sometimes it feels like it's the player who contributed in ways that we sometimes see, like your two-way guys, like a Kobe. You know, and then sometimes it was a Steve Nash that was like, "Hey, you robbed one from the two-way guy." I would like for them to separate it, because if they do that, I think that Kobe has one more MVP trophy right now, and Steve Nash has an Offensive Player of the Year trophy. I really do.
Ooh.
I really do.
I agree. I mean, I'm not going to say what's not deserved. I don't play basketball, so I can't speak for that. But it's very interesting when you look at Steve Nash for 2 years and look who also could have won awards that year. What performances could have won?
Pair the Defensive Player of the Year with an Offensive Player of the Year and take everything else out. The MVP is the guy that was the most important player that season, period. And I'm sorry, but they're in third place because this guy didn't want to play defense the first half of the year, probably all year.
He's got a lot of heat coming off that neck.
Man,
So
I
feel
actually
he's
might be
listening to
leaning
you.
towards Jaylen Brown. We got some super chats on this.
So let's run back. Go ahead.
Yeah, Dante151 sends
What's up,
in.
Dante?
Shout out to Dante. Let
Legend.
me see. Oh, we got a couple in here. But yeah, he sends a super chat, $4.99. He says, I would give the MVP to Jaylen Brown, because if he wasn't there for the Celtics, then they wouldn't even be a threat to be an
Real
NBA
talk.
champion this season.
Real talk.
I actually feel that,
Great,
man. And
great point.
Yeah, we had a couple more in here as well about the movies, but I can say those now or get to those a little bit
No,
later.
you can go now.
Yeah,
We'll
definitely.
do it. Yeah,
Because people have been supporting, man.
Yeah, let's do that. Let's run them out and have a conversation, then we'll take a break and start the second hour. Let's do it.
Got you. J-Rod Sayers, $2 super chat says,
J-Rod.
rest in peace, Chuck Norris, confirmed this morning by the media. Shout out to you as well being here, J-Rod. But yeah, Chuck Norris, my grandma, she watched everything of his. She had it on, she was recording his stuff on VHS.
Awesome.
Like, it was crazy. She would go back, she called him the kicking man.
My mom,
shout out. Yeah, he was a kicking man.
One kick man.
My mom had one of those Total Gems that he used to have, like the thing that he advertised forever, the Total Gem that did everything.
Him and his girl?
I'm not going to lie, that Total Gem was legit.
Yeah.
Like, that Total Gem was legit. I used to use it when I was, 14, 15, 16. So.
And you ended up in the NFL. Shout out Chuck Norris.
Hey, shout out to Chuck.
It wasn't all because of Chuck, but
Yeah, those are
a little bit.
to your point, it was legit.
Got to
Yeah,
start.
Chuck Norris and Zorro. Those were the shows grandma put me on.
Oh,
yeah,
Zorro
they came
back
on like different nights too.
My dad got me
Yeah.
a Zorro.
A&E.
Walker, Texas, yeah.
Not Roro Noro Zorro from One Piece. Different Zorro.
Yeah, and let me see.
Antonio
here.
Banderas? No, I'm joking.
Michael Wary. Oh my gosh, $2
Like
super
police.
chat.
Shout out.
He says Chris Webber's timeout against UNC in the finals is a moment that always sticks out for him. Goodness gracious.
Yeah, that I'm not gonna lie. Like the Trey Burke was the moment that kind of, I won't say made you forget about it because it wasn't the championship. They obviously lost to Louisville in the next game, but the Trey Burke shot was the one that became the moment.
Yeah.
Because up until that point, Michigan didn't have any moments. Just for me as growing up, so the moment was the timeout. So the Trey Burke kind of helped you. Now we have this,
Yeah, you
and
got
then
this
you
moment.
insert Jordan Poole, like you said. Now we
13,
have Jordan
yeah.
Poole. Now we have Trey Burke. So we got a couple like positive moments, if you will.
You're right on that. I know that
Yeah.
there are moments that in the past we would probably big up from the Stu Douglas years and such, but as we've seen this team kind of take more of a national appeal now, more of a national approach to how they're going to do basketball, I 100% agree with you. There was a long time where there were no big anything for Michigan basketball, even though we had some things to cheer about, and there's still some players who I think were foundational to where we see Michigan basketball at today, man. Shout out to John B.
I was in college
always.
for 4 years, and Michigan wasn't in the tournament. One of them.
You guys won an NIT, though, didn't you?
We did in 2002. Oh my God, funny story about that. So guys won NIT.
Oh, the NIT.
They won NIT tournament.
Not in tournament.
They won NIT, I want to say, in 03. And 03, we won the Big Ten championship. We beat Ohio State. It's the only time I beat them. By the time they won NIT tournament, would have been April of 04. We got our Big Ten championship rings in like April of 04. So we went to the club one night, and they had just came back. They had their rings, had the NIT shirts on. And we were like, y'all
What are those?
Like, what the hell? Like,
Where'd you get those?
We got our rings. Like, we're going ham. We just beat Ohio State. But, like, we weren't necessarily, like,
Cubic
together.
zirconium.
Hey, a ring is a ring is a ring. Ring is a ring is a ring. But
I'd
yes,
wear
they
an
won
NIT ring all my life, bro.
They
I
won
don't care.
NIT, and I want to say they beat Rutgers to do it. This one, Rutgers had a pretty good team, and they had a tall dude that was pretty good, African kid. I can't think of his name. But anyway, yeah, that was their claim to fame when I was at Michigan.
I remember that.
The NIT tournament of 2003.
That was some little brother shit right there.
Anything else before we get to
Yeah, you know what? We'll clean up these super chats here because shout out to the good people. Also
100%.
smashing that like button. If you didn't get the opportunity to, smash that like button. Let's end this week on a good note. Michael Wary, $2 super chat also says, has Brad done anything to make us feel any better? Yeah, we talked about Dortch, but I think the draft is where we're probably going to get our next, spike of hopium out of Mr. Brad Holmes.
Yeah, realistically, like what you're looking for, and I always say, I've been saying this the last 2 weeks. This is always very funny. This is all like, what is he in there cooking? Like that's
it's hopium.
That's meth. Did you say hopium?
Yeah,
Lions hopium.
I got you.
Hopium.
But
a lot of Sudafed there.
As it relates to how do you feel in the moves, et cetera, like, look, they had the move, and that was K. Mays shoring up the center position so that you're good in the middle of the offensive line. You got K. Mays. Everything after that has been a depth piece. So you can't necessarily, or you won't necessarily be excited about the Detroit Lions moves and acquisitions until the draft. Like, that's the next time that they will make a move or they will make a pick or they will do something that you're actually like, yes, okay, I see where it's going. As of right now, depth positions, depth pieces, we see that that's where they're going to be. So it doesn't make sense to come up here every day and talk about the moves that are being made.
Mm-hmm.
Depth pieces, solid depth pieces, not exciting, I understand. Not until April 23rd will we be able to come back and really be like, hey, look, all right, now this is what it is. There you go, sweet potato. So,
shout out sweet potato.
100%.
I think that fans are starting to accept the fact that this is the mandate from up top. Okay,
Sheila.
Big, sweeping, risky
Fans
moves can send you backwards pretty quick. This is year after year of non-inspiring, non-exciting free agent off seasons. For me, I'm pretty happy with what's been done. I think that they will. I think they'll do very well at the draft. They need to after the last 2 years, but you might have to get used to this for a few more years until we become a true, just king of the hill, or at least kind of the way that we look at the Packers. They're always there. They never go away. We're not there yet, but we're getting close. At some point, we're going to see some big swings.
Yeah,
not
I said this yesterday, Kool-Aid, and just to get it out in the air so you can hear it.
Yes, sir.
As it relates to the Lions and moves they did, I am starting to appreciate the depth. The only issue that I have with it is this is a year late.
Yeah.
Like, so for the people that are like overly excited, like, calm down. And for people that are not excited, I understand. But these moves that they made last year would have been an amazing situation coming off of 15-2, coming off of what we were missing, coming off of who's leaving, coming off of, okay, you know what? We could have did a lot more We could have did a lot more 2 seasons ago if we would have had these type of depth pieces. If we could have had these Roger McCrae's to come in, these Tyler
like
Conklins.
a Kate Mays right after
100,
Zeitler, like after we realized
100%. This was the offseason for last year. Now, with that being said, there's nothing wrong with getting depth pieces, and we just have to wait and see what Brad Holmes is going to orchestrate in this draft.
At the end of 2024, they had to know that offensive line was in shambles.
Facts.
And they did not address it. In fact, they let Zeitler go. And that absolutely did this team in. Listen, you keep that Zeitler, and
he's available right now, ladies and gentlemen.
Really?
He's available. Now, there's a list of free agents that I don't know if I sent it in, but if I did, let's do this. Let's take a quick commercial break.
Sounds good.
You do that.
We'll pay some bills. We'll come back, read those, and then we'll get to the free agents that are still available because he is on that list. And interesting, obviously he won't go for what he went for last year, but is he somebody that you want to play right guard? I'm not right guard, but maybe left guard. Maybe left guard. But let's talk about Estates Title Agency. Whether you're buying or refinancing your home, the team at Estates Title Agency makes the closing process simple. They make it convenient. They want it to be smooth. They want it to be easy for you. Not easy because they don't know what they're doing. It's quite the reverse. They have years in this game, 20 years of experience. In fact, over 20 years. Nabi and his squad, they got you covered. So come on down and you'll get some of that experience proudly, as I said, serving Michigan since 2003. Combine that with Nabi's expertise, and they can guide any title or escrow transaction to a smooth landing. Smooth, safe, simple, convenient. These are terms I like to when I want to get in business to partner up with somebody. They know you're busy, which is why they offer evening and weekend closings by appointment. And they will even come to complete the transaction at a location of your choice. They are taking all the inconvenience out of the situation. This sounds like somebody that I would want to partner up with. In fact, we already did. Estates Title Agency. When you got needs, call Mr. Deeds.
Brad Holmes driving you crazy? That's all right, because here at Woodward Sports, you're never alone, and neither is your mental health journey. Pure Psychiatry provides personalized psychiatric care designed specifically for you. It's not the cookie-cutter plan that all the others offer. They've got 16 locations here in Michigan and 2 more down south in Ohio. They make getting help accessible, easy, and comfortable. So if you've been thinking about taking that first step, we urge you to do so. Head on over and visit them at purepsychmi.com.
I hate to tell you, energy drinks, but you're about to be crushed. Thrive nootropic energy pouches are here to change the game by delivering steady, focused performance in a clean white pouch for a fraction of the cost. And unlike other brands, Thrive comes from an American company that's been leading the way for over 30 years. So stop drinking gut rot energy drinks and why don't you thrive for a change? It's just better.
Big news. Twice a week, Dr. Jeff Pierce from Michigan Sports and Spine joins Woodward Sports Network for the Injury Insider Report. Big D Energy Tuesdays at noon. Braylon Edwards and Shaq Thursdays at 3:30. Get expert analysis and in-depth breakdowns on the latest sports injuries from the man trusted by top athletes in the community, like D-Mac. Whether it's the Lions, Pistons, Tigers, or Red Wings, Dr. Pierce talks us through it all. Don't miss the Injury Insider Report with Dr. Jeff Pierce, your go-to source for understanding the impact of injuries on the games and players we love. Only on Woodward Sports Network. Scan the QR code on the screen or go to MichiganSportsandSpine.com to see if Dr. Jeff Pierce can help you. No one gives away more cash and prizes than Woodward Sports. You don't believe us? Here's our latest $10,000 winner.
You know, you guys posted, hey, if you guess all this stuff right, we'll give it's $10,000. I'm like, okay, well, why the hell not?
And the winning doesn't stop there. How about our Outkick Your Coverage winner?
I think you won. We got everybody. This guy's got a hot girl.
Bigger prizes, bigger giveaways, cash, merch, tickets, and more. All from the biggest sports network in Detroit. No one does it bigger and better than Woodward Sports. Make sure you're following, liking, subscribing on Instagram, Facebook, X, and YouTube for your chances to share in the winning. From Detroit's #1 sports network, Woodward Sports. Head to WoodwardSports.com and click on Shop. Get the latest in Detroit sports apparel and exclusive Woodward Sports gear. WoodwardSports.com can get the whole team outfitted. Love the Pistons, Red Wings, and Tigers? We got something for you, too. Shop online at WoodwardSports.com. Most talked about Detroit media by other Detroit media, and we love it. It's the Woodward Sports Network.
Like a frostbite straight from the divine. Cold rush on my skin feels so fine. Muscle freeze, the ache. No side effects, no mistake. Chill Sub-Zero, icy and true. Feel the chill. It's all for you. It's not magic, just science play. Chill Sub-Zero.
Planet Fitness now has even more best-in-class strength equipment. Join today for $1 down and save.
We're stepping it up.
We're not slowing down.
Finding new faith, new focus.
Love that new equipment smell.
So, you in?
Join the club today. Save when you join for just $1 down, $15 a month. Planet Fitness. We're all strong on this planet.
You know how some things are so good they should be world famous, but they're not? Our house-made vinaigrette is one of those things. And the antipasto salad, we drizzle it over. Same with our hand-battered chicken tenders. A original recipe soups and pasta sauces. It's almost as if our original, world-famous Detroit-style pizza is mocking them, and that's not very nice.
Game is won in the trenches, and our big fellas don't mess around. The Woodward Heavyweights on Woodward Sports. You smell that? That's Brad Holmes cooking, and the off-season smells good. Woodward Sports.
And day 2, March Madness. Y'all gotta get that Caesars Sportsbook app, the official sportsbook of Woodward Sports. Why? Because you can place any bet up to $1,000, and if you lose, you get that bet back. That sounds so flippin' loco, but all you gotta do is scan the QR code, enter the code Woodward1000. If that bet does not hit, you get your deposit back up to $1,000. That's right, one whole stack back. Just for giving it a shot. Minimum bet, $20. Download the Caesars Sportsbook app today, the official sportsbook of Woodward Sports. Use code Woodward1000 or scan the QR code on the screen.
College basketball and beer, the ultimate combo. And no beer says March like Sam Adams Cherry Wheat. Believe it or not, $5 beers still exist. You can get them Mondays, Thursdays, and Saturdays at any Art and Jake's location. Fill it up with that Sam Adams Cherry Wheat. It's light, refreshing, brewed with real Michigan cherries, and it's smooth enough to sip all game, win or lose. Sam Adams Cherry Wheat. Please drink responsibly.
One day we'll get some wireless cords, and I'll keep running over this dog. There we go. It's problem being 6'4". What's up, Justin?
Is that there are problems being 6'4"?
Let me fix that for you.
I appreciate that, man. You know what I'm saying? Welcome back to the show, man. These are my victory shades, if you will. Michigan got a win yesterday. Hail to the victors, as well as shout out to the green and white as well.
Fresh cut, Justin. Come on, look at this.
I will say this.
Shout out Bethany.
Were any Michigan fans out there a little worried?
No.
As Howard came back and got within 2. I wasn't. I was not. I think it's one of those things where you're just expecting that at some point it's going to happen, so you don't worry. It's one of those, if it happens, then you worry. Case in point, I remember watching the Appalachian State game when I was in the league, legitimately. Saturdays are the day for having a little walkthrough. Then you go back to the house. You spend some time at the house with your family who probably comes in town for a game. Typically, you watch college football, and then you go down to the team hotel around 6 o'clock and check in. So I'm watching the game with my family. We'll see you, Jay. 100% you too. Jay, hey, don't be crashing out, man. Don't be crashing out all weekend. Don't be crashing out all weekend, man. I just like to say it. I'm just messing with you. You my guy. I'm just messing with you.
Braylon Edwards cool all weekend.
See, I appreciate that. I love that guy right there, man. But what I mean, just as a funny.
If you say crash out, then he will crash out.
It's facts. That's why I say it. That's exactly why I said. What was I talking about for Justin? Like interrupted.
Where were we? Good question.
It's just one of those days, man. It's Friday.
Oh, you were talking about Appalachian State, talking about the Saturday game.
So I'm watching the game, watching it with the family, and legitimately, like, they're worrying. Family worries. That's just how it is. Players don't. The family does.
We'll be fine.
Yeah, we'll be good. Like, then you see it's like, yeah, it sucks. Amon-Ra Edwards is kicking our ass, but it'll be fine. And then what happens? Michigan goes down. Mike gets the big run. They kick the field goal. You're like, we're good. Or they get the big run. We're about to kick the field goal. We're good. Game's over. Then they block the field goal. And then they proceed to almost run it back. Right. And then there's no time on the clock. And then it's over. Now you're left to react. I think for Michigan fans, we're more reactionary after the L versus like in the moment, like, is this a close game?
I know.
Yeah.
This is impossible.
This is impossible.
Middle Tennessee State, buddy. I know all about it.
Right.
Ooh, Middle Tennessee. That was my uncle teaches.
That was 16? No, 14.
I was at that game.
Try and put it out of my brain.
Say less. You know what? It never freaking happened. Before we went to the commercial break, as we jump into the second hour of the show, we're talking about just a couple of the free agent moves potentially on the market. Kevin Zeitler is the name. When you go back to last offseason, you wonder what went wrong with Brad Holmes and Kevin Zeitler. What went wrong between the Detroit Lions conversating about what they were going to pay him? Too much. He goes to Tennessee. You see what the offensive line looks like last year. Now, he's still on the board. He's still available. He's a year older, which would make him going into year 14.
Give me 2 of those guys.
Yeah, any 2 in the trenches, man.
Give you 2 of those guys. So if you could take one from each side, based on how the Lions are currently constructed, like, who would you go with?
Kevin and Cam, baby.
Kevin
Easy.
and Cam.
Yeah,
Kevin
right at
and
the top
Cam.
of the list
All day long.
You see,
I mean, listen, we've had a lot of options.
No
and
thought of
fill-ins,
Bosa?
You know, AQMs and stuff.
You don't like DJ Reader?
Opposite of Hutch. I mean, if I get 3 or 4, we can talk about others. But if I'm only taking 2, 1 from each side, I want to bring somebody in that can actually teach Hutchinson some things.
Yeah.
Nobody that we've had here. Maybe Z had a couple little moves he taught him, but Cam is a multiple Pro Bowler, All-Pro vet that's going to be able to not only teach Hutch some things, but that wisdom will spill over that entire defensive line. And then you bring in Zeitler, man. You get to choose which of those young guys is your best guard. You know, you get a lot more flexibility, and you bring back a vet, and you solidify that line. Those 2 guys on top right there, I think Lions fans might actually be excited next week if those landed here.
Yeah, no 100%. I mean, you look at the Cam Jordan move, and you look at the season that he had last year. You look at the length of his career and how good it's been. One thing I know, I actually had a chance to conversate with him a little bit in 2024 when the draft was here. There was a players' luncheon, if you will. I attended the players' luncheon. Thank you there, brother. I attended the players' luncheon. He was there. I got a chance to talk to him, as well as Cam Hayward. He's a massive guy.
Yeah.
I don't even care. Like he's like a big dude. Like I'm talking about his head looks like this, back's like this. Like I had to find Cam Jordan through Cam Hayward. Like just remember when we did the little the promo piece yesterday or 2 days ago when he couldn't see you behind me?
The eclipse.
That was Cam Jordan in front of Cam Hayward. But anyway, I say that to say this. Cam Jordan talked about the team. He talked about where the city is going. Talked about liking the Lions. Talked about liking the young Aiden Hutchinson. I didn't ask him anything. This was not as an analyst. This wasn't, hey, look, what do you think about Aiden Hutchinson? Hey, what do you think about playing for the Detroit Lions? He was talking about Aiden Hutchinson, where he saw he could help out. This was 2 years ago.
Okay.
So I say that to say this. Cam is a guy that wants to come in and teach. He wants to leave the legacy. He wants to help out as well as be an all-pro like he was last year. So Cam Jordan definitely makes a lot of sense for the Detroit Lions. I don't like the Bosa move, maybe not so much anymore.
Personality-wise?
Last year would have been the move for Bosa. Last year could have been moved for Bosa.
I don't think they'd ever bring him to this locker room.
Yeah.
I mean, who is on the other side of Cam Jordan drawing all the double teams?
Who's on the other side of Cam Jordan? In New Orleans or here?
It's a trick question because there wasn't.
Yeah, true.
Imagine how good a guy who was a Pro Bowler in his 15th year would be opposite of Hutch.
Pretty good.
Bring him home, baby. Let's go.
Good, but like Cam Jordan and then Taylor Decker, it's not about the player. It's always about the money. You look at Taylor Decker. Taylor Decker at $21 million, I don't want a part of that. Taylor Decker at potentially 10.
And you think that can still happen, correct?
I think so.
I'd love to see that happen.
I think so, because at the end of the day, the initial upset you are with a franchise that doesn't want to give you your cheese, that doesn't want to get you what you already signed for.
Chickens, yeah.
The initial frustration, the initial disappointment, because that's what it really is. It's disappointment. The initial causes you to scrub some socials, causes you to feel a type of way, make a comment or two on a podcast or in an interview. But I think once the process plays out, it's the more you know. And the more that Taylor Decker knows, he's like, shoot, well, I mean, I might be able to get y'all 1 for 12. So I feel like that is a serviceable move. And then you don't have to worry about Bourne being your starting right tackle. You don't have to worry about Juice Scruggs being that starting right tackle, if you will. You don't even have to move and switch the situations. And you still also can draft.
I want to give something fun to the chat real
Go
quick.
ahead.
Google Cam Hayward. His head is an absolute square.
Yeah,
I almost want if you could bring him up at some point
Cam
before the end of
Hayward
the
and
show.
Drew Petzing here.
Dude, it's a square.
Can't put a square in a circle. Can't put a square in a circle. If you pay attention to the tournament that is Akron got whacked. So any of you that had Akron upsetting, guess what, ladies and gentlemen? It did not happen.
A lot of people thought Akron was going to be tough.
Texas Tech, well, they were a little tougher. Akron just didn't, they legitimately were athletes. They couldn't necessarily shoot, and they didn't have any big men on the inside, so they got bullied.
How many Tennessee States are there? There's Tennessee State, there's Middle, there's East Tennessee State, right?
Yeah.
How many?
It's a lot of Tennessee, man.
It's a lot of, yeah.
So,
couldn't you just be like East Tennessee?
Well, East, Tennessee State East. They like doing things different, if you will. Anything going on over there in the chat, Kool-Aid?
Yeah, we got a couple more chats here. Shout out to the chat family. Smash that like
It's a
button
chat
if you
day,
didn't get
man.
opportunity.
It's nice Friday, March Madness. We're just relaxing. We're chilling, man. Not too much to report or update you on, if you will. Pistons won last night. The Wings. Damn.
Justin.
That's what I should ask Justin about the Montreal
I thought that's why he
Canadiens.
came
Shout
in.
out to the Wings.
Yeah, to hold on
last
to
night.
that second wild card spot.
Yeah, 100% shout out to the Red Wings, man. They had a big one in the Montreal Canadiens last night, and they were able to take care of business. So shout out to those Wings.
We got to do something if we get the double playoff series down there at LCA because it's going to be jumping, man.
Bombers on it, baby.
And Tigers are going to be
Bombers on
going
it.
as well. They're probably going to find some way to schedule it. We're going to have to do that block party in Detroit, man. But we got a couple in here. A movie suggestion if you haven't.
Hockey block party? I like
Stephen
that.
Baffy, yes. $2 super chases. If you have not seen it yet, check out Eat Mine Out. That was one of the kind of. It was like something that someone suggested. I was like, I've never heard of this. Didn't expect much of it, and it's probably one of the best movies I've ever seen. So shout out. I endorse that one. We also got another one from Michael Wary, who was on the Luka Doncic conversation. He said Luka last night, 38 minutes. This stat line is just ridiculous. 60 points, 18 of 30 from the floor, 9 of 17 from behind the arc, 15 of 19 free throws. Then he puts the 7 rebounds, 3 assists, 2 turnovers, but 5 steals. So last night, he was at least opportunistic out there on the floor. And
I thought that was Drew Petzing. I'm sorry.
Yeah, then one more. Michael Wary, $2 super chat. He says, I get it what he says. I was like, MD, so I won't say his name. He says, only move MD taught was how to stay on the IR. I'm just saying. So we won't say that name.
Yeah,
MD, shout out.
Somebody just walked by, eh?
Nah, nothing. Cam saw it.
You said Coach was
sweet potato Cam saw
Coach was walking into Birmingham roast?
He was walking and chilling, man. You know what I'm saying? The Detroit Lions like the frequent roast. And I think he got the info from some of the players. 100%. He's a local celebrity. I saw this and thought this was interesting. I thought this would be fun for the Detroit sports. MGM Bets, I believe, put this out. Best Detroit athletes by decades. Now, look at the Lions, the Tigers, the Pistons, and the Red Wings. We can get into them individually. What's the first thing that jumps out at you when you look at this? It really can only be 2 things, and it's which one you saw first. So I'll open up to you.
There's only one that everybody
The Lions were that bad in the odd years?
Okay, so that's one. Sean Rogers being the pick, obviously, that you're talking about. And then what's the first one for you?
Mr. 2-time NBA All-Star himself, Andre Drummond.
Yeah,
that was his decade, bro.
And All-NBA player. He was an All-NBA player as well.
So would you choose Andre Drummond over Blake Griffin?
Hell yes.
No.
Hell yes. 1 year.
Well, 1 year, you know what?
One
You're
year.
right. You're right.
Okay, how much did he cost the team?
Who?
Blake.
Okay, how much did Blake cost the franchise? I don't care what stats he put up for that year. He was a detriment to the franchise.
That wasn't his fault.
Drummond.
Yeah, he got
That ain't
traded
Blake
for
Fair.
That's
I'll
not
give
Blake's
you
fault.
that.
Wasn't Drummond's
I'll give you
fault
that. That was
either.
in Gore's early
Yeah.
days when he really didn't know what he was doing. But
He played hard, too, man.
listen,
I
I
appreciate
couldn't
it, Blake.
stand him.
Okay.
Drummond on the other end, man, like he was around town. He wasn't supposed to put up the numbers he did coming out of UConn, you know. Him and Monroe were fun together. He loved Detroit.
Moves.
Like I'm
They were
sorry.
like 2 unathletic 7-foot.
For sure.
Just
I'm sorry.
taking
but
up space.
Blake wasn't here long enough, and he didn't do enough for that team, considering how much it took to get him here for me to ever put him on any damn list.
I
In the
mean,
city.
to be fair, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, the stats are astronomical. He still holds a lot of rebounding records. He's one of your, if not one of the best by the
Drummond.
metrics, Drummond,
Yeah.
in terms of rebounding. I appreciated his time here, though I know a lot of other people here didn't. He did also give some cool moments to Kid Kool-Aid. So we used to know that Drummond
He's a
would
nice
drop
guy.
by Utica, Dave and Buster's, would be up there, and he would take pictures. He would sign autographs.
very nice guy.
He would just, like you said, he would be out and about. So I know he was out on the night scene.
Where-
but he also
did you
went
ever
to
see
Dave and
Blake?
Buster's too.
I never saw Blake.
Oh, at his
and I was at the
comedy
height of my
clubs, his
party
comedy
throwing.
shows.
Never saw him anywhere in this
I didn't buy a
city.
ticket.
I don't think he wanted to be here. I don't think he was happy to be here. I think he was ready to go. And I think he was pushing his stats so he'd get paid somewhere. Period.
I will say, man, I love that 2020s list though, especially when you start to talk about a little bit of the Mount Rushmore.
Long time waiting
It's
for that.
interesting to see Amon-Ra up there over Mr. Hutch.
No, I'll do you one better. Not over Hutch, because he deserves to be over there. As of right now, he deserves to be over there over Hutch. Okay. With Hutch, you're looking at the potential in the draft pick versus looking at the production of Amon-Ra St. Brown. So I have a problem with that. But will he stay there? Will be the question. There's only one. So how will he get supplanted? It will have to be
Jared Goff winning a championship.
That's the question. Is it Jared Goff or is it Amon-Ra St. Brown?
I mean, Amon-Ra might not be here in 29-30. Okay, yeah. So you still got this window, which I believe lasts through this decade. All Jared Goff has to do is win a Super Bowl, and he's over every single guy ever in this city. Period.
Okay,
like people will revere him.
Yeah, 100%. Because
the chats will never.
They don't
go
win.
Away.
Hutch probably takes him.
I agree with
you. Stays healthy.
You already have people that say Jahmyr Gibbs better to Barry, so I actually agree with what you said. I would say Calvin and Sean probably a tie in the 2000s, and then Calvin definitely takes over 2010.
What's your boy Roy?
No,
he did a lot for this team when he left.
But he never made the Pro Bowl.
Yeah, but when he left, he brought us a lot.
True. The deal and what they got before him. Now, MLB is right outside of the 90s. Are you cool with Travis Fryman?
No.
Exactly.
I'm mad because there was a guy that I went to go get an autograph from that didn't show up at my high school.
Fryman?
Oh,
Higgy?
Cecil.
Oh,
Sass.
I thought you were going to say Bobby Higgins.
Big Daddy.
No, it's got to be Cecil Fielder, man.
Big
that
Daddy.
guy captured all of our imaginations, 50 home runs.
That's fair.
And then we get his son later on. We were excited about that. He meant more to this city than and then I enjoyed Travis Fryman holding down the hot corner, but no.
Am I tripping if I say that the Red Wings, they might got the toughest four, dog? I mean, I don't know. Barry Sanders and Calvin Johnson carry.
No, the Red Wings by far is the best row.
But we changed it, right?
But we had to switch it. So what we did was Dylan stays.
Okay.
We dropped Henrik Zetterberg, as great as he was, because he played wingman to Pablo Datsu,
we move him
who we would move over. We would move Nicholas Lindstrom over one.
Perfect.
And 1990s, come on, man. There's only one. There's only one or two players.
Yeah, that's right.
One is the GM now, and the other one just got honored in the Ring of Honor for the Red Wings, and that would be Sergei Fedorov. Like, come on,
get me fired up.
Like, come on, like Sergei.
I like that.
I like that.
For what?
Sergei or the captain Stevie Y.
Eiserman's the 80s, baby.
He got
Fedorov,
drafted
it
in
was
the 80s.
his decade was the 90s. It's hard to say that. I know that hurts a lot of people, but one of them got an MVP, right?
We were talking about.
They all went off on the 90s.
They did. I mean, because there's
everybody was.
There's another guy that works at this network that did pretty decent in the 90s, if you will. But we were talking about the injury to Cade Cunningham. It got me thinking, like, who just are like the you wish they didn't get hurt seasons? Who are the biggest injuries that led to maybe a disappointing season?
I'm gonna need a break to
after
answer
that.
that one.
100%. Cade Cunningham getting hurt. They bought up who for the Red Wings, and I was like, it's kind of, you can't really argue with that one.
No.
They bought up who, man, Vladdy. They bought up Vladdy, and they said if Vladdy never gets this, I'm like, okay, I was thinking about 1 year, kind of like Aiden Hutchinson getting hurt in 2024 when they were 15-2.
That was tough.
Vladdy's cheating. Like, the two that I had were Aiden Hutchinson and then Isaiah against the Lakers.
Ooh.
Like, if Isaiah doesn't get hurt against the Lakers in 87.
What if Isaiah doesn't break his wrist and his hand from shooting too damn much? I mean,
so like 91.
91,
yep.
I mean, what's he, 3-1 against Jordan?
Yeah.
The only guy that owns Jordan, baby.
But this is cool. Outside of the Pistons, maybe the Pistons is cool.
I'm sad about William Bedford. I wish he didn't have such a addiction, because that guy had a ceiling, man. Crazy ceiling. Guy could hit the three, was 6'10", 6'11". That was a stretch big man before there was.
Yeah, 1,000%. All right, Kool-Aid, what we got in the chat? We got anything? You have anything? If not, we'll move on to the next order of business, if you will.
Yeah, you know what? Jack actually, he believes that it should be a different lion, one we haven't even mentioned yet.
In what?
Is it offensive
2020s?
Oh, hold on, let me get
Braylon is warm.
Yeah,
Penei Sewell.
Oh.
Penei Sewell. That actually is a really good one. You talking about the cornerstone of this rebuild. The franchise and organization
I would go with Penei over Amon-Ra.
Hey, talk to me. Talk to me.
I would go with Penei because
I'm not arguing you there.
Like, you're legitimately arguing St. Brown the past 3 seasons. Like, is he a top 7? Then it was, is he a top 5? Is he a top 3? Penei every year, you're like, it's him.
1 or 2.
Is he 1 or 2? And you're not even talking about just right tackle. It's gotten to the point where you're talking about the position as a whole. So, yeah.
And we saw Josh Reynolds be a great wide receiver in this offense. Yeah. Why? Because Panay was holding the line.
Josh Reynolds. If we're gonna switch to an offensive lineman for 2020, what about 2000s? Because wasn't there an Iron Man named Dominic Raiola?
In the center.
Shout out Dominic Raiola.
Few fun nights out with that gentleman.
Draft his son here.
Yeah, 1,000%. So that was a good one.
That was a good one.
That was a really good one. Dom always comes through.
That was a real good one, man. And I don't know, man. When I'm looking at this list here, the one that just kind of just brings back the memories when you talk about the injuries is Grant Hill. That was the first player, like out of all the sports, that I was completely bought into. I saw his career start here, saw the hype train, saw the commercials, and all of that was before he was a Detroit Piston. So when we got the opportunity to draft him, it was just like, yo, we just got this guy who had all the hype behind him. We got the guy that's getting the shoe deal. We got the guy that has the McDonald's and the Sprite commercials. It was the most insane thing to know. We got a player that no matter where you go, everyone's going to know that dude and that he's that deal. So when he got hurt as a young kid with the jersey and the shoes.
Broken.
Gosh, I was broken, man. And it was like you heard all the adults talking about, sit him. So to see what the Pistons are doing generation later with Cade Cunningham, where they say, you know what, we're going to be proactive. We don't need you to play through this. Even if we suck, we're going to have our worst basketball ever. We're going to make sure that you're right. I actually appreciate that approach. Just seeing those two guys up there on the bookends from the 1990s to the 2020s, it just kind of brought something back to me as it relates to Grant Hill, how they kind of mismanaged the injury and it set the franchise back versus them, I think, better managing Cade Cunningham and it's catapulted the franchise.
Man, Grant Hill was definitely the Piston that I was most synonymous with back in the day is because, as you all know, I moved to Atlanta in 89. When I came back, it was 1994. Insert Grant Hill in 95. Him and Jason Kidd share Rookie of the Year. So to your point, when he got hurt, it was like, damn, I just got back to Detroit, and now the guy that I love, man, that was tough. I didn't know I was going to like Grant Hill. Like, at that time, like, you had to hate Duke. Like, everybody in the country, I don't care if it was Michigan, like, everyone had to hate Duke at that time. So you draft Grant Hill, and it's like, oh, man, this guy from Duke. Well, I mean, his dad played
especially
football.
Especially with the J. Rose, C-Webb, kind of Grant Hill.
Jimmy King.
Jimmy King. Yeah.
Jimmy King was the one that said it out loud. When you think of Christian Laettner, what comes by?
Yeah.
He's a...
And then a young 16-year-old runs into Grant Hill at Somerset, and he was such a dick about signing an autograph. You came from Duke, and you're a dick. I was never a Grant Hill fan, ever. Like, I liked the fact that what you were talking about, because Cade and Grant are the only premier, like, superstars. Isaiah was a superstar, sure, but he wasn't a guy dunking on people. He wasn't a guy that was mentioned in the same breath as Michael Jordan, the way that Grant Hill was. So it was great to have that, and I loved watching what he almost became here. I didn't have a problem seeing him go, especially when I knew Ben Wallace was coming here. I knew about Ben since 96, 97 as a Washington
you were really
Bullet.
A big Chucky Atkins fan.
As a Bullet. Well, I worked for Chucky. I worked for Chucky for some years. Chucky still owes me money. Where you at, Chuck? Give me some loot.
He on that Malik Beasley stuff?
Give me loot. No, he owes me for a bottle at 7. He owes me for a bottle at 7.
I was just talking about the O factor, if you will.
Oh my God.
The OWE, if you will. All right, look, let's take a quick commercial break.
Oh, that O.
The O, as in IOU. Let's get a message in from Dr. Pierce for a second. We'll come back. We'll revamp. Dr. Pierce is the injury insider here, man. When he gives you that information, you better take it because it's worth its weight and gold. 248-426-9944. He is the injury insider. Not only does he know everything about his practice, he's the guy that we go to for Sam Laporta. We go to for Kirby Joseph, Brian Branch, all the injuries. Remember what he told us about Hutch? Everybody was freaking out over Hutch when Hutch got injured. And what did he tell us all off season? He told us Hutch will return. This is when he will return, and this is what he be. This is what he will be when he returns. I would say the guy was right. Trust the guy we trust. Michigan Sports and Spine. It is Dr. Jeff Pierce.
Attention, Detroiters. Today is your last day to use the BOGO8 discount code over at Buddy's. We're celebrating 313 Day from last week still, but again, today is the last day. You buy an 8 square, you get a second square with your order for free. Again, that ends today. It's valid at all locations, dine-in, carry-out, and online. All right, Buddies also wants you to show off your Detroit style with their new merch. I believe this might end today as well. Order your Buddies swags at eagraphics.com/BPR. You're going to get a chance to save $3.13 when you use that promo code 313 off of any of their stuff. Detroit's original Buddies, been doing it for 80 years.
You know how some things are so good they should be world famous, but they're not? Our house-made vinaigrette is one of those things. And the antipasto salad, we drizzle it over. Same with our hand-battered chicken tenders. Original recipe soups and pasta sauces. It's almost as if our original, world-famous Detroit-style pizza is mocking them. And that's not very nice.
Planet Fitness now has even more best-in-class strength equipment. Join today for $1 down and save.
We're stepping it up.
We're not slowing down.
Finding new faith, new focus.
Love that new equipment smell.
So, you in?
Join the club today. Save when you join for just $1 down, $15 a month. Planet Fitness. We're all strong on this planet.
Big injuries, big news. Twice a week, Dr. Jeff Pierce from Michigan Sports and Spine joins Woodward Sports Network for the Injury Insider Report. Big D Energy Tuesdays at noon. Braylon Edwards and Shaq Thursdays at 3:30. Get expert analysis and in-depth breakdowns on the latest sports injuries from the man trusted by top athletes in the community, like D-Mac. Whether it's the Lions, Pistons, Tigers, or Red Wings, Dr. Pierce talks us through it all. Don't miss the Injury Insider Report with Dr. Jeff Pierce, your go-to source for understanding the impact of injuries on the games and players we love. Only on Woodward Sports Network. Scan the QR code on the screen or go to MichiganSportsandSpine.com to see if Dr. Jeff Pierce can help you.
Why do we fight? We fight to protect the innocent, to hold the powerful accountable, to bring the oppressors to justice. Why do we fight? We fight to secure and preserve our civil liberties, to get each and every one of our clients the justice they deserve, and to make the lives of real people just like you whole again. ThenFights.com.
Like a frostbite straight from the divine. Cold rush on my skin feels so fine. Muscle freeze, the ache. No side effects, no mistake. Chill sub-zero. Icy and true. Feel the chill. It's all for you. It's not magic, just science play. Chill sub-zero.
Find your sun with Sun Cruiser Vodka Iced Tea. Made with real iced tea and real vodka. Cold, refreshing, and made for moments like these all year long. Let the good times cruise with Sun Cruiser.
Looking for dinner plans at Sizzle? Well, look no further than Black Rock Bar and Grill. They are a sizzle above the rest. Let's talk about that sizzle for a moment. That sizzle is because they have the home of the steak on a stone, and it does sizzle 755 degrees. That's what that rock is, so don't touch it. But you can cook your steak, your shrimp, whatever you want to perfection. And the food is quality, the food is fresh, the food is amazing, and they take care of you. Speaking of taking care of you, it's the chefs, it's the servers, it's everybody. It really is a Top Rock experience. So this is why we have partnered up with Black Rock. Come on down, whether it's Tasty Tuesdays or whether it is Sizzling Thursdays. It doesn't matter. Black Rock Bar and Grill is here for you.
This is science and magic. We're talking Lady Jane's, guys. They're open 7 days a week. You can walk in anytime. And using science, they turn it into magic. And you're looking great. You're ready for the weekend, guys. Again, open 7 days a week. Walk in anytime. Lady Jane's, it's wicked awesome.
Hey,
it is wicked awesome. Iowa State, ladies and gentlemen, 34-9
People
over
don't
Tennessee State.
know
It was a
how good
15
that
save.
team is.
Arizona 90-52 with it time winding down to under 1 minute. Wright State is giving UVA a challenge. 61-67 with 7 minutes left in that game. Alabama and Hofstra off to a 8-minute start. 6-4.
Hofstra, another tough out.
Hofstra, home of the New York Jets back in the day. That is where we spend our time, et cetera, et cetera. Kool-Aid, what you got over there? What's the mission?
Hey, shout out to the people over here for smashing that like button. We are caught up on super chats, but the people have been active in this chat as well. I see Kevin Bell in there sharing some of his Barry Sanders stories. He said he helped Barry Sanders move from Oklahoma State, and I taught him how to juke.
Ooh.
I think I believe
He taught him how to juke?
I think I believe you there.
I believe the first half of that. I believe the first half.
Who said that?
Right?
Yeah,
Kevin Bell in the chat.
I'm gonna tell you like this, man. Like it's not about teaching Barry Sanders how to juke. I know it was sarcasm. Like, when you have legs that size and you're that short, like legitimately, like your center of gravity, your balance, like your power is just ridiculous, man. When you go back and watch those highlights, man, like which we all watch when we're bored from time to time, pay attention to those legs. There's a reason why there's only ever been one person, I appreciate that, to do what he was able to do, man. And that's that balance, the center of gravity mixed in with the strength, the explosion, the speed. Like, don't forget that Foot Locker slam dunk contest, man, when it's Barry Bonds and it's Deion Sanders and it's these guys.
I bet a lot of people have seen that.
Barry was legitimately. I think did he win?
He did at 5'8".
No. The long jumper, Michael Conley won.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Because he jumped because he also was in it. Michael Conley's father was an Olympic gold medalist, world record.
We're talking Conley senior, not junior.
He was in it. He dunked from the free throw line, and it was a legit dunk. But you could tell he wasn't a hooper. You could tell he was counting steps as a long jumper. He's like, okay, if I get here. And then he goes, man. But how these brackets looking, man? Like, mine isn't looking good, man. I got like 168 points remaining. Is my possible
168?
This was not bad. Like, this bracket's not bad.
We're good there.
It's the CBS bracket, man. That's why That's why I'm struggling.
Because you chose Michigan.
But you know what it is? Not necessarily that. I like to try to play off of March Madness. I like to play off of the upsets. I like to play off of, all these seeds aren't going to make it. So I chose a lot, whether it was Wright State or whether it was,
got to take chances to hit.
You got to take the right chances.
Yeah, for real. What's your max points that you could score still?
In my good bracket?
Yeah.
I got to go to my good. 168 in CBS.
No. It's ESPN.
Yeah, ESPN.
I need a reference point here. I'm at 1850.
Yeah, 1850. I'm at 1860.
130?
1860. Yep, 130.
All right.
We're
pretty close.
Same point.
See how it turns out. Although my Spartans aren't going to help me because I had them out in the first round.
That's tough.
Goodness.
That's
the only out of all my brackets I was like, if I'm heartbroken, I need that insurance, like you said, so I can come run game when I get in the next day.
March Madness insurance.
I saw something that might piss Lions fans off, so let's stick with the Lions theme that we've kind of created here. Cam, put up the Jeremiah Smith thing. Now, Jeremiah Smith, wide receiver coming back, did not win the Biletnikoff last year, but you guys know how dangerous he is. He's the number one player returning for the 2026 NCAA season. Well, this came out, and it says if he were in the league now, he would be the number one receiver on all 27 of these teams. Now, I just want to know if this is facts. You see who the top is on the top left. Do you want to start there, or do you want to roll backwards?
Let's go backwards.
All right, let's go backwards. So I'll speed through the BS so we don't have to waste time. Yes on the Raiders, yes on the Browns, yes on the Patriots, yes on the Packers. Even though Rome Odunze is a nice product, yes on the Bears, yes on the Cardinals, yes on the Colts, yes on the
Cardinals. Now that's the first guy there that's a
He's better than Marvin
large-bodied,
Harrison, though.
accredited receiver who hasn't done it at the NFL level
Right.
yet, but over Maserati Marv, huh?
For people been calling him a bust. I don't believe in that.
I'm just making sure that they hear you at home because I believe this too.
Yeah, you're talking about 2 years in the league, and we're still trying to figure out what
That's
is
right.
Marvin Harrison, who's number one receiver taken 3 years ago now. So yes on the Cards, yes on the Colts.
Only
yes,
because Alec Pierce is gone.
yes on the yes on the Jags. I understand LSU. I understand wide receiver. U-ish, if you want to throw Ohio State versus LSU, see what that is. Brian Thomas Jr. is a bit of a crash out.
After the second year?
Yeah, I'm taking Jeremiah Smith.
After the first year, maybe him over Jeremiah, but that second year was so bad for BTJ.
Yeah, I still would have took BTJ, but to your point, he had a much better first year than second year. So yes, Jags, yes, Bills, yes, Bucks.
Wait. You're saying BTJ over Jeremiah?
No.
Oh, okay.
No.
Continue.
Jeremiah Smith. Bucks, Bills, yes. Titans, Broncos, Jalen Waddle, I'm still taking Jeremiah Smith. Chargers, yes. 49ers, yes. Ravens, yes. Commanders, all right. A former Ohio State receiver, Scary Terry McLaurin. I'm still taking Jeremiah Smith.
Yep.
Steelers,
yep.
You got DK as well as, who did they just pick up? They just picked up a wide receiver too. Oh, my God.
The DK one is
the fact that I can't remember his name.
Doesn't matter.
They just picked up he's another expensive wide receiver.
I'll catch it up.
Yeah, you get that for me. Chiefs, all right, Rashee Rice. Now, I was in the studio and I laughed. Someone said Rashee Rice. Like, are you serious? Jeremiah Smith not better than Rashee Rice? Stop it. Give me Jeremiah. Garrett Wilson, another Ohio State receiver. Garrett Wilson or Jeremiah Smith.
Oh, I did not know they got Michael Pittman.
That's who they got, Michael Pittman.
Who's the kid in the second year that I love over there? Not Adolis, Arandas, or what's the kid with the weird name that actually caught on at the end of the year last year?
For who?
For the doesn't matter. Keep
all right,
going.
yeah.
For the once the Colts lost Pittman, it's because I think that they really like that kid.
The Dolphins don't even have any receivers, so why are they even on here? The Chiefs, Jets, Dolphins were on here twice. The Panthers, Ted McMillan. What do you think? Jeremiah Smith, Ted McMillan. I'm taking Jeremiah Smith.
Ted surprised me. He was much better than I thought he was going to be.
So then that means Jeremiah Smith.
Sure.
Because if he's surprised,
you're not wrong.
All right, Saints got Chris Olave, another Ohio State receiver. No. Texans, Nico Collins. There was a bit of an argument here. I'm a Michigan guy, but I still took Jeremiah Smith.
Can he stay healthy?
Giants. Now, here's where you get the first one where I'm like, a healthy Malik Neighbors, I'm taking over Jeremiah Smith. Now, he's a better receiver, and he also does the explosion, the crazy stuff as well. So right now, but that could change once he enters the league and what team he plays for. But Falcons, Drake London, I think he took a major step last year, but I still don't necessarily like him like that. A.J. Brown, no. I'm going A.J. Brown over Jeremiah Smith.
Is he even going to be an Eagle?
But as of right now, he is. So.
You take A.J. Brown over Jeremiah?
Yes.
Okay.
1,000%.
And Amon-Ra?
Now, there's we go. We went last for a reason. I'll go last on this. Amon-Ra St. Brown or Jeremiah Smith. Because please understand, like, you're getting Jeremiah Smith to play for the Detroit Lions, which means he will have the Jared Goff that you love. He will have this offensive line that is improved. Jahmyr Gibbs will be in the backfield, and J-Mo will be on his other side. So, is Jeremiah Smith over Amon-Ra St. Brown? What say you?
Adonai Mitchell was the guy I was trying to think of. He got traded anyway.
From Texas.
Yeah, I love this guy's everything.
Yeah.
I also love production. But the fact of the matter is, and I know the Lions fans aren't going to like this, if this guy ended up in Detroit, he's your ex.
Yeah.
Period.
Facts.
And now you get to move Amon-Ra all over the place and make him truly the slot that he is, which he already basically plays. So I know it's hard to say, it hurts you, but yeah.
Yeah. No, it wouldn't be right away, but it would be right away.
It would be right away, right? It wouldn't be right away, but it would be right away.
Yeah.
So it wouldn't be an OTAs, but it would be a training camp.
It definitely would be when the season started. You would know.
Only because I'm on Ryan at OTAs.
It's just the freak of nature that Jeremiah Smith is. He has all the intangibles, and the only thing that he doesn't have right now, he just doesn't have the wide receiver coach because Harlan left last year. So that was
what
the
I
first
think
year
a lot of people
Harlan.
don't know? Jaylon Smith, six-man, sometime starter for the Cleveland Cavaliers, is his brother.
I did not know that.
Yeah, Jaylon Smith,
You always
I believe
had a
second
random
or third
fact.
year guy for the Cavs. Him and Keon Ellis, who you saw matched up against Cade defensively. Jaylon Smith, Jeremiah Smith, it's in the blood, baby.
Yeah, it's in the blood.
Genes.
As Iowa State now up 26
Kinda like you and
on
Stan.
Tennessee State. Oh, 100%, man.
That game is over.
It's a bunch of us. The Edwards' blood is strong.
No doubt.
How are you guys watching the Final Four, March Madness? What does that look like today for you? What is it like tomorrow as well as Sunday? We're We're inching towards the end of the show. What does this weekend look like you? Is it heavy on college basketball?
I love that question. I won't be watching any basketball when I get home. I will be in the woods with my dog enjoying this day until 9:45 when my man Dominic Daniels Jr. from California,
Cal
Baptiste, goes up against Kansas. You guys have been hearing me for days. Julian Newman, John Moran had a baby. It's Dom Daniels Jr. He's going to be a lot of fun. I'm not sure they can get past Kansas, but he'll probably put up 35 trying.
I like
then
that.
Saturday, Michigan State. So I'll be tuned in for those. But I'll be in the woods today, brother.
It's gonna be a beautiful day. Michigan, I think, tips off at 12:10, and I think Michigan State plays
Back to back.
3:30 game, 4 o'clock.
They've been blessing us, man, and they might even bless us with an all-Michigan final. Don't sleep on that.
I should have picked it, but I wasn't. I didn't have the courage.
I picked it in one of the 5 just for fun.
Sweet potato Cam.
Yo, hey,
you
yo.
know it. What you got going this week, man? How's the shape setting up for you?
So, sports. Yeah, March Madness tonight. Tomorrow I'm actually going out.
Ooh, where you going?
Well, one of my bros, he's going to be out of town for Easter, so we're going to celebrate Easter at his place. So
Well, he's home or gone?
Family time tomorrow.
Taking over his house?
You're like, yeah, he's going out of town. We're going to go and celebrate his birthday at his house. Will he be there, or is he going to be
I'm
gone?
like, Dad, you could have just. It sounds like the man is house sitting.
That's what it sounded like.
Sounds like he's house sitting, and he turned it into a party.
Hell yeah.
No.
Oh, you're sneaking in.
Where's our invite?
Nah.
Oh, sweet potato Cam. Are you squatting?
My brother is smoking a turkey tomorrow. He's going to be out of town for Easter.
Is that cold
so
for
we're
green?
celebrating Easter with him.
Got you.
Mañana.
Anson, see, we didn't listen.
I know. Well, you didn't let me
I heard it, but he
You
didn't
jumped the gun, and I
clarify.
kind of was like, well, I didn't hear it either. I'm going to trust Anson.
So
So
we'll be
you're
tuning
celebrating
in.
with him early.
Yep.
Gotcha.
Precisely. And we'll be watching the Michigan game shortly after noon.
Yeah.
And then after that, we'll be rooting for the Spartans.
Hey, I like that.
Yeah.
I think nothing wrong with cheering for the Spartans during March
No.
Madness. I show Izzo some love, especially after being on his head 2 weeks ago about the game and about the comments. But
He's so mad about some people up in the upper deck.
Who? Izzo?
Izzo, come on, man.
Oh, yeah, but Izzo, you cheer for him, the Izzone, if you will. Respect. I only cheer against them if they're playing Michigan.
Can I be fair here for a minute? If you're going to allow your entire student section to sit there and just scream at Dusty May on your own home floor, if you lose in Michigan and they yell, little brother from the upper deck, take it like a man.
Oh.
Sorry, I love you, Izzo.
Ooh, you heard him. You heard him.
I'm fair.
Kool-Aid, I understand what tomorrow is for you.
Yes,
but
sir.
after you praise the Lord, after you worship, and after you give the Almighty all the thanks and everything that He needs, what does that weekend look like for you?
Hey, you know what? Tapping in with hoops.
Okay.
You know, obviously, but family time. And as March Madness is in the air, I can't wait until next year. You guys don't know what next year is, right?
Hey, coming to Fort Field.
Y'all know what next year.
That's
So, so look, I'm looking at all of this. I got an opportunity to cover March Madness when it came here for the Sweet 16 and Elite 8 a couple years ago, and it was an awesome experience. I'm looking forward to next year that much more. But I'm looking at Michigan State. I want to be able to, church. All the notifications going to be off and all that type of stuff. And
Better be.
later on that day when the sun goes down, I'm hoping to
A little TiVo?
I'm hoping to see some good things for our state. Maybe we can get a little bit closer to what Anson is teasing. Maybe an all state of Michigan.
It would be unbelievable.
We had the same
Crazy.
conversation last year, because it was very, very almost happening last year. It was like, would you want to play? Would you not? I remember Anson and I had some fun conversations about that. Before we go, and we still have 8 minutes, so we're going to tap into some super chats, tap into some rest of this. But yesterday, I read the psych company that we talked to.
Pure Psychiatry.
Talk about pure psychology, man, and having that conversation, being real with you, I'm open and honest with you guys, man. Like I hit my therapist up. Like I hit my therapist up and said, look, let's get back on track. Let's get some of these meetings going on. Look, everybody can become a better version of themselves. All you gotta do is seek the proper help, seek the proper channels. So look, I reached out to my therapist just because I was conversating about you. I was like, you know what? I don't want to give them this information, and I take it for myself. So I say what I mean on this show. So I have a meeting on Tuesday, and I'm actually kind of excited.
Cool.
Kind of excited about that.
I had one back in the day.
Back in the
I
day.
appreciate you sharing that too,
My
bro.
parents
For
did
sure,
it.
I
My parents set it up because they were getting divorced.
Your pops was cool, man.
He is cool.
Your pops is he's a cool SOB, man.
A little eye for talent too, eh?
Hey, you know what? Hey,
not bad for 80 years old.
I was like, okay, halfsies.
I know. Shout out to the yoga teachers of the
world,
Shout out to the
GOAT. Shout out to the GOAT.
Yeah, he was excited.
Who
to
knew
come
you
out
could
and
find
beat
that
you
in
guys.
Washington? Shout out.
Hey, you know
T-Don's
what?
a legend.
We won't go anywhere
Yeah.
except for to these booths. Cam and I will make sure that we say what up though to some of our other friends.
Let's do that.
Before we
Please.
wrap up this show, shout out to the people too. If you got any
Shout
super
out
chats you
to
want to
the
get in,
people.
if you want to smash that like button or any comments, if they even like a Ask Bray, put that in the chat right now. When we get done with these, I already saw a mailbag question pop in the chat, so we're gonna get to that one right after I tell you guys about massage chair. Go ahead and scan that QR code.
Tease.
I had to put a little bit of funk on it.
Eat
You're
out his
looking to
hand.
take relaxation to the next level. You got to visit Massage Chair House in Bloomfield Hills. It is the largest massage chair showroom in the Midwest, not just Michigan. We talk about in the Midwest because we only do things right. Features top tier brands like Infinity and Osaki. That black one in the picture there, we got that one right here in the office, and I'm telling you guys, it's amazing. Hey, yo, you did the chair, right? Have you? Look, we're gonna have to get intern hit, man. So you make sure you go ahead and scan that QR code too, because then you can experience the difference with Dr. Eric Duncan, the Wellness Doc, and creator of the #1 YouTube channel for massage chair reviews at the Wellness Doc. So book your visit today at massagechairhouse.com or simply scan the QR code on your screen. Massage Chair House, your ticket to ultimate recovery and relaxation. Intern.
And buying a home or refinancing is a big decision. And just like in sports, you need the right team behind you. That's why we're proud to welcome Supreme Lending to the Woodward Sports fam. As a full-service lender, they boast a 99% close-on time rate and a 97% customer satisfaction score. But here is the flippin' game changer. When you apply for an eligible loan, mention Woodward Sports, and you'll receive up to $500 off your appraisal. To score this deal, call the numbers on your screen and talk to Chad and Chris at Supreme Lending today.
And we back to the desk.
Did you see this crazy story that happened with a former Detroit Lion? You see how he was arrested for it. I'm telling you, the airplane causes some of the craziest stories.
I woke up to this sent me.
I was like, what? Did you see it? What was?
I started my morning out with this.
Do we have that?
Yeah, we can let the people see it.
Yeah, let the people see it real quick, man. Let's play this thing.
Do we need
out.
to censor this?
Not after
we're good.
Hold on.
I think we're good.
I was gonna say talk to you,
Not after
Brian.
everybody was dropping F-bombs and S-bombs and all that yesterday.
Yeah.
Everybody jumped on our show yesterday, Kool-Aid, and there was no regulation.
None.
You know, occasionally Shep will drop a word or two, but we try to keep it friendly because of all our years with the partnership with FOX. But they were dropping those. I was just saying, you know what? It's March Madness. We're on location. Everything goes. But here you go. This is the story, and this is from the individual that it was the victim in this case. Cam.
This has happened.
Investigators say ex-NFL player Goster Sherilis relieved himself onto an elderly woman, forcing the plane back to Logan Airport.
I glanced up at him. I thought at first he was just going to expose himself. And then he pulled out his penis. And he started to urinate.
He appeared in court facing multiple charges, including disorderly conduct and resisting arrest.
He fully emptied his bladder on me.
In response to the accusations, Sherilis posted this on Instagram, saying in part, quote, "I took a sleeping medication that I don't normally use, which resulted in behavior that is not representative of my character, and I would like to apologize to the passengers and flight crew."
What?
So this is an instant. This is a situation that happened a couple years ago, and now I think a year ago, and now they're actually getting to the bottom of it, if you will. As for his reasoning, as for his conversation, I will say this: sometimes when you take certain things and you mix them in with other things, like it creates a chemical imbalance, and you are not necessarily understanding what the hell you are doing. But to that I say, you cannot get an excuse because you took the wrong cocktail, if you will, or the wrong things together.
Like you get suspended in the NFL if you take the wrong things.
100%. Like that's on you for like mixing up the wrong Molotov cocktail. That is 100% on you. But I will say, like, two things can be true. Like one, that's ironious. But at the same time, like I get it.
She called it a penis.
What is it?
It was funny when she was like, at first I thought he was just gonna whip it out.
Took his
like,
dick out.
we know what she was ready for.
All right, first and foremost, I had a lot of guys. I had a lot of guys in college that mixed stuff or just drank too much.
Right.
One guy woke up to his roommate pissing all over his computer. Didn't remember it all. I came home, shout out Logan Trindade, pooped got halfway up the ladder to our loft and relieved both sides.
Ooh.
One on the inside of the ladder, the other one dripping down the ladder. To be fair, somebody who quit drinking for 6 years, I had some drinks. We talked about the legendary Chuck Bell. Allegedly, I might have pissed his floor. I don't remember it. I would apologize. I did apologize. I cleaned it up. Stuff happens.
Yeah.
Gosder was not that type of guy. Like, this isn't a fetish that he was like, I'm going to go get
he's actually a great dude.
He is. And it's not like he has a...
Yeah, he's a good dude.
He doesn't have an ancient snow buddy fetish. He just mixed the wrong stuff.
Yeah,
he's off my hook.
I just saw him too at Calvin's outing last year. He's doing well, lost a lot of weight.
Brutal story.
But it is, and the one that I've known about, because a couple NFL players that I know have been on the same team. I've been around situations. I've seen situations. Mixing that alcohol with those muscle relaxers.
No joke.
Missing those muscle relaxers with alcohol has gotten a lot of players in trouble. Like, there are some notorious flights from hell of individuals doing the same.
Heath Ledger lost his life to mixing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, the stuff, you get put on a new medication and you can do all the normal things you did. He might have only had 2 drinks.
That's fair. That is fair.
And you get in kind of he was sleepwalking, in my opinion.
You know what, like, Anson, you're really an apathetic, empathetic. Like, you call a spade. Like, you for much as guff as you get, good dude.
I appreciate
You're
that.
a good dude. Because
the guff has more been for probably haircut choices.
Well, it's
no. The guff is because he's so dialed into corn and blue. Like, that's part of the guff. Like, it's over the top, but comes with the character, and the character's my friend, so it is.
I've tried to accept it because I love it when it's the peasants. You know, I love
peasants,
it.
Yeah, we all on that one. Like, all right, I appreciate the correction earlier in the show. Yeah. I won't make that mistake again.
That's a good one. Catfish Caleb, that's another good one.
Catfish and the Peasants, baby. That would be a great band name.
Messing with you, man. Like, I legitimately, I hate the fact that you have coined it so much that it comes off the tongue with me as well. I was in Ann Arbor and I was talking to some kids. I was talking to some kids. I've never told the story. I was talking to some kids. I'm signing autographs, and legitimately, I'm like, "Yo, what school you want to come to? You trying to represent?" I'm like, "Yo, you trying to represent that corn and blue?" Before I could even respond, before I could even catch the sentence, before I could even get the corn back, I had already said it. And I said that effing Anson Wells. I am in Ann Arbor on campus on Saturday during football season in October, and I used the phrase corn and blue, and they were like, huh? I was like, well, no, amazing blue.
All right, so I have to come clean here. My cousin Jared, if you're watching, I told him a couple years ago, I was going to psyop Braylon and get him to start saying that.
4 o'clock.
And you have actually said corn and blue twice on the show since I brought it up. And the fact that you just told that story, mission accomplished.
Yeah.
Man, they hate, right when they were going to start to like me after what you said, they hate me again.
Yeah, this is very true. Also, too, as it relates to these guys right here, I saw one of the funniest things, and this is how we'll end the show. I was arguing with this Michigan State guy online because he was legitimately talking about the stat line of Johnson and the stat line of Cooper, and he was like, yeah, the difference is one guy was built, one guy was bought. I was like, well, no, because I said technically both of these guys were built. One just wasn't built consistently at that institution, and both of these guys get paid. So what are we talking about? I said, did you cheer for Indiana last year? He was like, Kurt Cinetti is great. I said, see, this is what I'm talking about. You're so dumb. And you killed yourself with your own conversation.
I love doing that to people.
Anyway, man, we appreciate you guys joining the show. It's been a hell of a week.
Shout out.
Of you. There is no show
Smash that
without
like button.
you. Shout out to Art and Jakes, man. We had a hell of a time yesterday, and the people did as well. Enjoy the rest of the weekend. March Madness is officially here, and I hope, like, not me, your brackets are doing much better. So
go blue.
Go green. Go green, go blue. For Sweet Potato Cam, Anson Wells, and my man Kool-Aid Brandon.
What up, though?
We are the Braylon Network Show, and we will see you next week.
Looking for your daily sports fix? Look no further. Join Braylon Edwards, the University of Michigan legend.
Lofting it right corner of the end zone for Braylon, up in the air. Touchdown, Michigan!
And Shep.
Do you believe this comeback?
Your favorite sports commentator as they tackle the hottest topics in the world of sports. Catch the Braylon Edwards Show with Shep, Monday through Friday from 2 to 4 p.m. on the Woodward Sports Network. Get ready to laugh, learn, and love sports like never before.